Oof, that 70s Warner Brothers.
Tell me why I have the regular. Is this? I don't know. I have the one that we had from like when I was a kid.
Yeah, I don't know what version you have of it then.
Blu-ray. I
I
have
think
two
the
copies
Blu-ray
of
I
this
have
movie.
has the oh, it scared me.
Oh, you're talking about the. See,
My
the thing about
volume
this
was a little
movie
too
right
loud.
here, they show you the weapon right off the jump. The
Hmm.
gunshots. The gunshots of the
Yeah.
keyboard, man.
Great sound design.
So
Wait, let me look at this.
if I oh, the sound in this movie is so crucial. And
Hmm.
one of the funny things is that this opening, when I rewatched this last year, like before we did the pod for like Cinema Pursuit,
Hmm.
which plug in the episode because it's great and this is gonna be a different conversation. But the
What?
fact is, this right here is Moneyball. Moneyball cop like Michael Ben or Bennett
Bennett
Miller.
Miller?
He copies this. I don't know who Michael Bennett might be
Michael
like
Bennett? Michael Bennett?
the James Patterson like
I thought you were gonna
whatever.
say Michael. I thought you were gonna say Michael Bean and get like Billy Bean.
Giambi. I learned all these
Yeah.
baseball players' names just as because they're
Now that
characters in that movie.
I've never noticed that. Yeah, you're right. It's like the same thing because it happened during the presidential address, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what thought everyone would just be watching this and no one would be there. You know how they got caught, right? I think they kind of do it here.
Who got caught?
Like when
Nixon?
the when they got caught in the building was because just a security guard was doing his rounds,
Oh yeah.
and then he just happened to notice that there was just like tape on the door, and he was like,
Yeah.
"That's weird." He like doubled back and was like, "That's weird." What are you talking about, dude? It's actually wait, sorry, my apologies. It was Forrest Gump that said that called down to the front desk of the Watergate Hotel and said, looking for
Oh,
like
so now
a
it's
light box
oh
or
look at
something.
this right here. A Robert Redford dash Alan J. Pakula film. Since when do actors have bigger places than the director? And that's just because Redford literally put this movie together,
Yeah,
which is
like
crazy.
it's Cruz Wagner, I guess.
No, but I'm talking about like it's literally it says his name before the director's. Usually it's just like a Spike Lee joint.
Yeah.
They would
The
never
blue.
light scenes like this, man.
Oh no. The Blu-ray actually has a commentary with Redford, just him. I haven't listened to it.
Yeah, and then they have quite a few things in between this and just real life. Woodward and Bernstein were in a conversation with Redford, I think about 10 years ago,
Hmm.
considering, this movie's from 76. This is, whatever, 50th year next
I
year.
mean, this was only what? This was like a year later.
Yeah. So it was a year between like the book coming out and then
Yeah,
them
the book.
actually putting the movie out. But this is the best.
This is
Like,
only 4 years after the break-in this movie came out.
yeah,
Like that's a pretty quick
turnaround.
turnaround.
And
Yeah.
nowadays we have the 8 episodes, mini series, like, Wild Wild Country. Like,
Oh yeah.
let's
Oh, this would
make
be
millions. Let's turn this out till the wheels
yeah.
come off.
This would be an 8 episode miniseries on like Max or like Stars now, and
So
like,
this, so this
and it'd
security
be like a
guard is
comedy.
actually the guy you're talking about. He's the real guard.
Yeah,
He got
it's actually
fired
funny that
and then he got rehired for this.
we're recording this today. Is Criterion just put up the Paranoia trilogy on their streaming service today?
So
Today they
gotta
put it
watch it.
up. For those that don't know, what's the director's Paranoia trilogy? Consists of Clute, Parallax View, and All the President's Men.
And
Absolute
Clute and Parallax View are the two
bangers.
movies. He made one besides that, but Clute and Parallax View are the ones he made before this. And Redford was essentially off of those. He wanted to get Redford Pakula into making this movie real bad.
Mhm.
And luckily he did. Because between him and Gordon Willis, like the work they put in on this movie is insane. Production design of this movie, insanely fantastic. But this scene right here, the geography of having the guy
Mhm.
across the street who's keep an eye. The guy's going in, and then the whole thing with the radios, bro. I was telling Zach, I was like, "This is Fincher. Fincher takes from
Yeah.
this."
This is
Except
like
Fincher
the
would hate this lighting. I'll tell you that.
oh yeah. This opening reminds me of like the opening of The Conversation. You're just
Ooh,
watching it from a distance.
yeah, it's a good pull. And that was what, 2 years before this, 74?
Yes, yes.
Because it was Godfather Part 2 and The Conversation in the same year. Bro, the lights,
Yeah.
man. This movie, genuinely, I took 178 screen grabs when I watched this movie the last time. And that was less. I was holding back.
Your
And I
phone is filled with
understand.
those.
Now I actually put them on my phone, so I was memeing sending photos.
Damn.
The other plug is The Post, Steven Spielberg's. We'll
Yeah.
talk about it when we get to the office itself, but Spielberg has insane love for this movie. He's the one who introduces this movie on TCM with Ben Makowitz.
Mm.
We also did a Ben Makowitz interview
It's
recently.
episode. It was actually the episode before this.
Do you recognize the cop?
And I mentioned all this film in that interview.
Yeah. Do you recognize the cop?
It was then F. Murray Abraham.
Yes, it is.
Dude, look at
Good
the
old
lighting.
Amadeus
That lighting
himself.
hits all five of their faces.
And it doesn't feel disingenuous. Uh Gordon
There you
was
go.
talking about this movie. He's like, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. And I'm like, thank God you are.
A little bit of a 12 Angry Men reunion here.
We got our number, what is it, number 7 and number 2? We got the
He was
foreman,
the
and then
foreman.
this shot right here. That's
Yeah,
a slick, slick split diopter.
Again, 12 Angry Men, they were sitting across the table from each other. He was at the other end.
Yeah. And both of them are fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, Homeboy sitting down. Who's that? Marty Balsam, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like he is just like fantastically good. Because I feel like you need the sauce to be a villain. And he's a very big antagonist in 12 Angry Men.
Mm-hmm.
I love this. As soon as we start, we see the end of the office, right?
Yeah.
We have the characters in the foreground, and then we have the massive set behind them. That was a $5,450,000 set back then. A lot of money, but
Oh yeah. That's my
it still
favorite.
baffles me that it's a set.
That's my favorite thing about journalism movies is seeing the newsrooms.
But this blocking right here of him like working his
Even
way
Zodiac.
through the guys, come on.
Mm-hmm.
This is still the best one. Like in terms of the set itself.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we see the Post again in the Post, but it's still
Which
not.
is
I don't know. It feels crazy great here.
technically a prequel to this. The Post.
I mean, Spielberg literally says like, as soon as my movie ends, then All the President's Men
All the
starts.
President's Men. Yeah. Hey, bro, why are these guys arrested? I feel like
I love
again,
this.
like I mean, we were gonna have a conversation with someone else about their film, but this is the importance of journalism because
It's the
today, if you had this, it's fake news. That's fake news.
Yeah,
Don't worry
but
about it. It's
that's the
fake news.
problem, is that Woodward and Bernstein are certified American heroes,
Mm,
and they become that by the end of this movie. And we'll talk about it when it gets to it. But this is a unappreciated profession, just like teachers, where it's like we need this. And the way that these people work, if they don't do it properly, it affects the entire society,
mm.
whether people want to agree with that or not.
They have a responsibility to tell the truth,
And unbiased truth at that,
and yeah,
right?
And I'm sure at
Because
the
the
time
problem is
people
that
were
now,
like,
now it's
again,
like
yeah,
biases set forth, and they're like, the bias has gone into opinion, and now we have the
yeah,
formation of fake news now. And the funny thing is, they talk about fake news in this because
mm,
this movie holds a thesis that newspaper, like print media, meaning like news that's been researched and thought of and then put out, matters more than what's on the TV. Because the
yeah,
entire movie, if you watch this movie, look at every single time the TV's on, the person on the TV is probably lying.
mm,
Like it, because literally it's like they have some crony in this movie. He's like, oh well, obviously the guy from the Post, he
yeah.
has a
Which is
vendetta.
actual,
We know the way he
actual
votes.
footage, yeah, actual footage, yeah,
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like Bennett Miller took from this
yeah.
movie, man. Because I don't think anybody's
Z-
done it before this.
Zodiac makes pokes fun at that, the idea of like the TV stuff. He's like, of course it's real. You know how I know? I saw it on TV. And he looks at her.
See, I gotta read. That's one of my big rewatches this year, Zodiac, which y'all know whenever I would
Which yeah,
rewatch
I mean
it.
you're gonna be vibing it because it's they take a
I
lot from
love it.
this.
It's just like it's been a few years,
It's
so
just
it's like,
journalism mixed with actual serial killer, like as opposed
yeah.
to just strict journalism.
And this whole scene is just the persistence of Bob Woodward.
But it's great too because he like the camera is left where Redford is, so he leans forward, and the audience is also like, "What are they talking about up there?" Like you can't hear it either.
Yeah,
It's very mumbled.
and that's the thing about sound, right? You can hear the echo
Yeah.
of the room, right? And
Hmm.
the framing and the blocking in this movie, the lighting,
Like him, like
production
what?
design,
Like yeah, like what?
every single part of the fundamental of creating this movie is perfection. It really is.
Then you have this, especially this location in the beginning. Like again, going to where the U.S. is now, like that courtroom is a symbol of like this is real
Justice.
shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is justice. But then you have shit today, and it's like, is it now? Like you can
But
have
that's the thing. I
someone.
think
Dude,
they
I'm
questioned
telling
it
you,
within this movie too.
Richard Nixon is go. Well, he's probably not in heaven. He's probably down below. But anyway, he's looking around. He's like, "The fuck did I do, man?"
Reincarnated as a mycelium.
He's like, "Me? You look what I Watergate is nothing compared to what's going on
Compared to,
now."
yeah, I know. And this is one, that's the thing. As a society, we had such a respect. There's a word in my language, mahan, where it means like you have this gravitas of respect and
Hmm.
magnitude. We used to have that in America.
Yeah.
And now it just feels like it's gone. It's like,
I
why,
mean, you
like
can.
you
I guess you can attribute that to the internet. The internet essentially kind of because again in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and the internet was starting in the 90s, but how'd you get your news? It was the paper, the
yeah,
TV, and a paper was felt more of like this is fact because they typed it
yeah.
out, printed it, and sent it to me.
But
I'm
like I
looking at the
said,
news.
it's thought
Like,
out. It's still thought
yeah.
out, right?
Mhm. And now you just have opinion. Like all these news networks are opinions now. It's not like actual fact anymore. It's just
And this right here, now we start to keep, now we start the hunt, right?
mhm,
Howard Hunt. And bro's like, oh, let me just dial the
yeah,
White House on this rotary phone.
yeah. You could just call the White House.
Robert Redford, one of the best leads of all time.
Only
He
nominated for one Academy Award.
so Redford, and then we talked about Harrison Ford recently. I think they're the
Mhm.
same line of actor, except
Brad
Redford
Pitt.
maybe got a little bit more due in terms
Every
of,
generation has that. I was James Dean, and it was Robert Redford, and Warren Beatty, Harrison Ford, Brad Pitt. That
but who do
that
we
type
have?
of
Who do we have? We ain't got one. We ain't got one of
yeah.
these.
It could have been Gosling, but I don't know. He's such a weird career, Ryan Gosling. He's very
I think
interesting
Gosling
choices
is
in what he
still
does.
compelling, but he's not this.
Yeah, it's like Brad Pitt was just a different version of Robert Redford,
Yeah.
literally. Like,
Oh yeah, Spy Game. I had that
because
movie growing up.
Pitt was like, it's that James Dean. The studio wants a guy like this. Like, I need a guy like that.
But nowadays, I think the problem is that these guys are also too good looking now, in a sense. They look like models. They
Oh
don't
yeah,
look like
you look at Redford. I mean, fucking great
okay.
looking
My
dude,
who
but
I'm thinking of is think of Jacob Elordi. He's a
yeah.
good actor, but he looks like a model. He doesn't look
Well,
like
it's like Austin Butler. That's why they have them do those like magazine shoots, and they're like they're six packed ripped. Like I don't like
Austin
my.
kind of
Oh
looks like it,
look at
but
that! Look at that!
he
Oh look
can't
at
sell
that!
this. That split diopter, I know.
Yeah, this I know. People that love
Man,
diopters, man, throwing all the presidents, man, every other
yo,
shot that I.
I gotta tell Cindy Volpe, tell her
I
get
know.
on this movie
I'll
right now.
tag her. I'll tag her with all the diopters.
I got the photos. I got the grabs, bro.
I know she
But
loves them.
I love them too, man. We were nerding out
Yeah,
about
they're
it for
fucking
years.
great.
There's a one editor or somebody. He has a split diopter alert. I was dropping those in too, like Midnight Mass and all these other random things that have it. But this is like one of those movies that has the best ones.
Oh yeah.
But like I said, same thing. Character in foreground, and then
Mhm.
the office in the background, right?
He's not even in focus right now. He's soft right
And
now.
and the thing is, they want you to feel the room. Zach
Yeah.
brought up something great that there's a lot of sequences in this movie where you don't hear music. You're hearing
Hmm.
the diegetic sound of the room of the
Yeah, I think
newsroom
there's only
itself.
like a few music cues in this.
But the whole point of behind that is that you like the music is the environment. So it's like
Mhm.
this is the use of sound that you want. There's no
Yeah.
argument that like, oh, this is a newspaper movie, this is a journalism movie. We don't have Zach was like, oh, this could have been a play. I'm like, no, this can't be a play. What are you talking
Yeah.
about? I'm like, every choice made in this movie creatively
Yeah.
is because of the filmmaking. It's not anything else.
You'd have a lot of set changes on the play.
Bro, no,
You'd have
that's
to
a
have the
little
play. You have to have
uh,
the first like 70% of the play would have to be the newsroom, and then the 30% is just the garage. Like,
But I told Zach, I was like, the last shot of this movie, you're telling me if they pulled out a TV, just set his TV on this
yeah.
stage, I'm
Yeah,
like,
it
this is
just
not
throws
gonna
it
work.
up. Like high school and you saw the TV rolling, you're like, hell yeah.
Bro, those were the you what would happen to be they'd roll
Watching
out
a
the
movie in
TVs,
42-minute increments.
they would be like, oh, it's not working. Vakash, can you come up here and help us fix this? And I'm like,
Fix this.
yeah.
And I
I
remember
did
one
love
time, I think it was like
go ahead.
senior year, they were still using VHS and like it wasn't working. I'm like, yeah, because you guys are still using VHS. Get the damn DVD player at this point.
I mean, they were still using it when I was in high school. So I'm not too much slap for you.
Yeah, no, they gotta be using at least DVD now. They'll use digital. They don't
That
use
little bit
anything
of blue
else. Yeah.
with with Redford and Balsam set, it's like you see that little
Hmm.
bit of blue.
Hmm. Dude, I just love news. It's just his desk has so many papers on it, and I
Oh, the
love it.
papers, but the
If that
books.
was my
Look
desk,
behind. No, look
yeah.
behind him.
No, I'm just
That
saying
there's
if
a
that
room
was
within a room within a room, and there's
yeah,
books all the way at the end. Z-axis in
if
this
this was
movie is
my
insane.
room, if this was my desk, I'd be freaking out. My anxiety would be like, I need to fix these papers. But when I'm watching it on this guy, like this guy knows everything that's in all of those papers on his desk. I could see your desk.
For anybody listening, you're not gonna see it, but you like whatever. I showed him my desk, and it's literally stacks and stacks of papers and files
Yeah.
around my mic and my
Well, too,
camera.
I mean, a lot of those books too were for research too because they didn't have the internet. So it's like,
Yeah,
there's the encyclopedia. There's the history of this. Here's my
God,
encyclopedia of all the newspapers that we had in 1974,
bro.
1973.
This acting, man. Marty, like Balls like
Mm.
straight walking up to camera, delivering the line. Ooh,
So you just watch these movies, like, look at this guy. Like nowadays they'd be casting like he has to be. It's to be Bryan Cranston.
this is why. I mean, which is good because I think
But
they're
it's like,
both ugly
yeah.
men.
But it's
They're
like
not like
again,
conventionally
it's
attractive.
yeah.
Bob
You're
Odenkirk
right.
is in that because he's unconventionally attractive.
Yeah.
He looks like a real man.
Hmm. No, these
No,
guys look like
obviously,
they
no
could
hate to
be in a
like
newsroom.
actors who look good or any person who looks good. It's just the fact that
Nah.
you
I mean,
want people who
you gotta
look
have
like
people that
Robert Redford is
sell.
good looking, but he's ruggedly handsome. You can believe
Hmm.
him in this role, you know?
Yeah.
There's certain people you just can't believe in a role, you know?
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite scenes of
I
the
mean,
movie.
I mean
This is the
nowadays,
meet cute right here
yeah.
of the couple.
I mean nowadays, yeah, this would be like Jacob Elordi and like I don't
Hold
know,
up.
Tom.
I think I did Adam Driver and Bradley Cooper. That was my Woodward and
But
Bernstein.
how old were
They're
they at this
older.
time though?
They're in their late 20s, and both of them are like in their
Yeah.
30s, I think, at this point in this movie. So I recast off the actors, not the people.
Yeah. Because
And
you can't have 55-year-old Bradley Cooper is
no,
playing
I'm talking
Woodward
about just like in some
as
like just of
Bernstein.
actors out there. Those are only two
Yeah.
I could find that like have some sort of like ruggedly handsomeness, but also like they feel like real people. Because you
Yeah.
could believe, you know, one or the other to be both of these roles. I think Woodward would be Bradley Cooper, and then Bernstein would be Adam Driver, in my book, and they would be hilarious
Yeah. I mean,
together.
a studio's gonna cast like Austin Butler and Jacob
Which is
Elordi.
not bad. I mean, if I had to cast someone young, it'd be the homeboy who's in The Bear, who's in a movie with Austin this
Jeremy
year,
Allen,
actually.
Jeremy
What's his
Allen
name?
White, Jeremy Allen White,
Jeremy Allen White. There we go.
Bruce
Jeez.
Springsteen.
Scott Cooper made that movie. I was like, wait, oh, he cooked.
Yeah.
Scott Cooper,
For
first
me,
music movie
it
after
was at
Crazy Heart.
Telluride. It was at Telluride, and it got very good reviews.
I liked Scott's
They removed
Hostiles.
they removed the scene from the trailer when he's talking about like the floor. They took it out of the movie.
Oh, I don't even know. You know, I haven't seen no trailer.
It went viral because of like how everyone thought it was so cheesy, so they took it out.
Oh, which is not a bad thing at
No,
times. Yet again, look,
we'll see.
foreground, you have Woodward and Bernstein. Then you have 2,
Mm,
4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 12 extras behind him. Or 10,
yeah.
11 extras, and then Marty Balsam in the office in the back, like just, pacing.
But yeah, you think about the newsroom though. Other people are working on other stories. They could be about politics too.
But
And then
that's the good thing about, yeah,
these
they're
two
working
guys
on
are
some
working
random.
on now working on what is now one of the biggest pieces of news journalism in the history of the United States.
And everyone in this room, they're all like, it's international. The great thing, they show the
This is
meetings with
great
the
here.
editor.
This is great what he says. Like, I don't mind what you did. I just don't like how you did it. Yeah.
Yeah, such a romantic thing.
These are just two dudes being dudes.
But to see the thing about this is that there's a straightforwardness and there's no ego about it. He's like, I'm
I
not
think
like, it's
I
fine,
think
let's do it, but let's do it together. Let's do this straight, man.
I think Redford and Hoffman didn't really get along very well.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Coming coming from I'll say one of
Is
them.
this after Tootsie?
Coming from one of them, I've heard back in the day Hoffman
Oh
was not
yeah.
easy to work with.
If you listen to the audio in this scene,
Oh yeah,
this
natural
rooftop
audio.
place,
That
you
that
hear a
airplane
plane
going
going
over.
by.
She
Yep.
just starts talking louder. I mean, it's just like look at
But
this where this
also she's
restaurant is.
talking louder,
You have
but but the
the
audio's
Lincoln
not boring.
Memorial,
Great
Jefferson.
Z
Is that the
axis.
Pentagon over there? Like all
Yeah.
in the background. Like the looming government of what you're about to do will be spying on you.
And this is shot. I mean, they did work in DC, but like I told you, the set was in Burbank. I can't believe it. Well, genuinely, it blows my mind. It feels like magician work that this place is not real and that,
You know,
it was in Burbank instead of DC.
they wouldn't shoot this in DC anymore. I mean, dude, it's just wild to me that like this movie came out 4 years after just the break-in
But that's the
and
thing.
a year
Nowadays, they
after
do
he
that thing.
resigned.
What's his name? Luigi Mangione. They're gonna make something about him, It's in the
Yeah.
zeitgeist.
I guess
And I'm surprised
technically
they haven't done it yet because the story hasn't ended yet, right? But they're
Yeah.
ready to pounce, like
With Dave Franco.
they've been
Yeah.
hungry for 160 days.
I guess you could say like 9/11 was 5 years was it United 93 and then Oliver Stone World Trade Center. It's
25th
5 years.
Hour. There's a lot of different other
Yeah.
movies that they made within that. Yeah,
But it's
but
strictly
United
about
93 is one of
9/11.
those.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. United 93. Psh, what a piece.
No. World Trade Center is a little hokey, but
Yeah,
like it's okay. I think I've always seen that once, and it was in theaters when it came out. But
it's
I remember I thought it was pretty cheesy.
it's no joke though.
Yeah.
I like when I went to a museum in DC, when you got like literal pieces of the World Trade Center there,
Yeah, it's
and
crazy.
there's a room with like 30 people just like watching like a doc about it, a documentary,
It's crazy.
and like half the people, I was crying. I was like, geez,
Yeah.
like, you just feel the emotion behind it. But like that's the same thing. That's journalism, in
Hmm.
my opinion, too.
Well, yeah, you have to
And that's what
document it.
and that's what
You have to
Hoffman,
preserve it. Yeah.
that's what Bernstein's talking about. Is like you got to grab the viewer for this, the reader
Yeah.
for this.
I mean, he's right. Yeah, he's not wrong.
Also, the costuming is so freaking great. It's
Oh
very
yeah.
simple, but it's worn. It feels worn, and it
Hmm.
never feels out of place. Nowadays, it would feel almost like too clean if they
Yeah.
even use the
Too
same
clean
stuff.
70s. Yeah. Which I think, like, when you do look at the post, it does look a little clean
Yeah,
because it's
and
it's made
you
in
know what I would do? Yeah,
2017. But yeah,
I would
it's
still like, and that's the thing. When it came to film itself, we've gotten to a point where they've been trying to take the grain out of the film as much as
yeah.
possible, right? So that inherently affects it too. Even though you have movies like Mission Impossible Fallout, Crane City, in a good way, in my
Hmm.
opinion.
Also, where the hell is the 4K for this
50 years.
next
I
year?
swear,
Next
if
year,
the
it's
4K
gonna
came
be
out,
next year.
I would do 2 episodes again for this.
Just to look at the 4K, it's got to be next year,
Because the
man.
thing
I
about
I
it,
know they
I'm telling
won't.
you,
I
this
know.
is legitimately.
Yeah.
I could put bet money on this that you're gonna see a movie. Vikash Patel, and it's gonna be like, oh, what's the inspiration? All the president's men, all the president's
Yeah.
men.
I know they won't, but I would love it if they put this back in theaters. They won't, but it would be
If
fucking
they did,
amazing.
I'll be there no matter what.
It's just not. It's not like that. Yeah, like
Yeah, I know.
it's not like that big
But
movie.
literally, we've been talking about it for like 20, excuse me, almost 30 minutes, that this sort of work is not respected anymore, right? We
Mm,
got Spotlight, but Spotlight was doing journalism as itself as a movie, so it got a lot of hype.
yeah, I think it's like I think Spotlight's great. I mean, it did win Best Picture. But
Which is, it's a
it's a
popularity
different.
contest in a good way.
Yeah, it's a different feeling when you watch Spotlight than when you watch this, and I think it has to do a lot with the sound design and
But
like
it's also
Spotlight.
the topic.
But I feel like with Spotlight too, it's just like very much like we gotta follow the formula of like all the president's men. You gotta follow that formula.
Oh, we talked about it because Zach famously hates.
Spotlight.
They knew. Mark
And
Ruffalo
they
being
let
like,
it
they
happen.
knew, and they did.
2K.
And you see me like I'm dropping like my bottom jaw because it feels so anthropologically like just brutish to me. It feels
Yeah.
old school for no reason,
It feels
hammy.
it feels very like telling the audience what they already know.
And it's like you're trying to have a catharsis about this moment on screen. I've been here
Hmm.
recently within the last like 6 7 months. Library of
Library of
Congress.
Congress.
Literally on these stairs. I've took photos here and
Bro,
everything purposely because it's in this movie.
that's where Nick Cage realized that he could steal the Declaration of Independence.
And in the second movie, he finds the
Went
little
to the book.
thing on page 88 from the president.
Bro, this is a. Do you think they knew this when they were
Have you been
filming
to the
that?
Library of Congress? Anybody listening? Library of Congress. Definitely go. Get an
I've been to
appointment.
DC when I was in high school. Was the last time I was there. We went to the Lincoln Memorial. I think that was it. And then we went home.
But like this right here, like this shot right here going out, you can't go down. You can
Yeah.
go down there if you've got like a library pass or something. but you still get to see this like main atrium of the
You could
Library of
probably you
Congress.
could probably check out movies there.
I
Probably rent a movie.
I wasn't there
If
long
you have
enough to know, but
if you have a library card, you might be. I mean, libraries
yeah,
have movies. For those listening, libraries have movies. If you just go and ask, they'll take you to the sec. It's just probably in another room, and they'll take
this
you to
is
the
one of my
section.
favorite shots of
And
cinema.
if
Period.
and for those that don't want their movies anymore, donate them to a library. They'll take them.
Yep, this shot, man. And you when you go inside and you look at the ceiling in there, I'm like, they really did this, you know, like they
Hmm.
figured it out. They probably had a pretty wide lens by the end of this, and they just did a
Oh
great
yeah,
job.
just do those dissolves, speed it up,
Yep.
bro. You know
And
what I always
this
think
the shot of
about?
them walking out too, it was a two shot, or it's like a, you know, two setups, just like what a Spielberg would do.
Mhm.
And it's seamlessly
What
perfect.
what I always think about, like, this is obviously Warner Brothers. Like, if you worked at Warner Brothers and then like you went into like their storage vaults or whatever, and you just had like dailies, and it says like all the presidents, man, and you just watch them. It's like a reset, like another cut, another take. Dude, that'd be just sit there and be like, dude, it's like I wonder they still have them. They might. You never know. They might still have that
They
stuff.
probably do, man.
Yeah.
And it takes 31
Jason
minutes till we
Robards.
see the the
Jason
Ben Bradley.
Robards.
And Tom Hanks does his best impression of this guy, but he ain't Jason
Yeah.
Robards for
Yeah,
sure.
Jason Robards.
And Jason Robards, I think he got an Oscar for this, and this is legitimately
Yeah.
one of those great performances. And yet again, is he hammy in this movie? No, but he
No.
delivers, and I say that specifically because Ruffalo was nominated for an Oscar for Spotlight.
Wasn't half that
I
cast
love this.
nominated?
I love this. He puts his feet up on the desk, and he's doing so.
Hmm.
It feels so English teacher in the best way
Yeah.
possible. Yet again, everybody is in the
Again,
foreground.
this is your first
And
time seeing him.
yeah,
Obviously, you shoot him alone there. I mean, and then he's barely said anything to them yet, and you're like, oh, this guy must be the boss. Like he doesn't have to
yeah.
say anything. This guy must be the boss.
And if you track before, when he comes in, we're shooting it from desk level and he's
Hmm.
upwards. So it's like you
Yeah.
feel the intensity of him as a human being. He feels like he's 70 feet tall in the frame.
Hmm.
Crap. What's the time, bro? What's the time step? I just skipped ahead on accident.
Get that. I'm at 32:40.
Okay.
Dude, those big collared 70s is so funny.
Did he say page one?
You just said it, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
I love that he has the red pen with him.
Yeah.
But you see the
But again,
narrative
it's
here
like,
that it's like
yeah,
you have to get the information, right? He's
yeah.
the buck stops with him.
You have to get more information for me to put this on page one. This is page
And
five.
ultimately, by the end of the movie, what does he say? Is like, we gotta stand with our boys.
Yeah.
So, but it's like we gotta get
I
the
mean,
story to stand
now that
with
I think
them.
about Spotlight, it's literally the same beats for beats. They even go
Yeah.
to his house at the end. It's the
Yes.
same thing. It's the same freaking
Yes.
thing.
Yes. I like Spotlight. I think it
No, I
is
do
great. I
too.
think I
I
think
think it's a good movie.
but it's
Yeah.
but it's
It's no
because of
all
the
the presidents
content,
meant.
because of the content and the filmmaking. It's not this
No. Or diopter here.
great diopter. Because I think the great diopters for me at times are the ones that you can't tell, and it's
Well,
just like
then
seamlessly
just
telling
the
story.
sound in the booth.
Yeah. And that's the thing I hate. Me and Pat talked about this for anybody not listening, or for anybody listening. We talked about Sorry Baby, which is a fantastic movie, but there's some stunning ADR in that movie to me. And I'm like,
Hmm.
we live in, and it's not, I don't blame anybody. I don't blame Eva. I don't blame anybody who worked on that movie. It's just the fact of the industry with ADR. And I'm like, rough it up. Make it
Yeah.
sound bad. Like
I mean,
audio is not always good.
I can always tell when it is an ADR line. The movie recently that had, I think I told you, Freakier Friday,
Yeah.
about half that movie's ADR. Like, and they're not even saying the lines of dialogue. They're just like standing there, and you're like, dude, they're not even saying anything. Like,
Which,
this looks
which,
awful.
which, but that's my problem. I feel like sometimes you hear pieces, there's one piece of ADR in all of Creed where, Rocky and Adonis are walking up the stairs to a gym, and you follow them up and you don't see them talking, but you hear the
Mm,
ADR and you're like, oh, that's thudding. That's
yeah.
thudding
A,
dialogue
a
right
lot
there.
of a lot of
It doesn't
those
match the
ADR
like the
lines,
emotion.
yeah. A lot of those ADR lines is like it's a studio note to be like they need to be talking here about what's going on because I have final say because I'm putting the movie out. And then they'll be like, whatever, sure, yeah, I'll throw in your 180R line.
This architecture right here, very feels very DC. One thing I love
Mm-hmm.
about DC, which we haven't seen yet enough in movies, I think, in my opinion, you see it in House of Cards, but the like the visual language, the visual like style of
Oof, this shot here, this
yeah,
shot, oh, driving past the White House.
1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, and these shots at night, bro. Talk about Gordon
But just like
Willis.
again, it's like yeah,
Gordon
it's
Willis lighting
the
these nights, bro, is
it's the
insane.
looming what they're doing. They're being
We were
watched.
talking about it on The
Yeah,
Fugitive, right? That there's this looming tension of the
yeah,
police, and here it's like it's the
mhm,
looming tension of the government,
yeah.
and it's like not just one branch of government; it's different
It's the
facets of the
whole fucking
government.
government. It's the whole fucking government.
Which is the thing is like if you rewatch this movie, as we all are essentially,
Oh, I
you
gotta
know that it's the government.
hang on.
But if you're putting this on in the classroom, shoot, you might not even know. And by the end of the movie, you're like, wait, what? FBI knew, Justice knew, everybody knew about this, and it baffles you.
I
It
found
baffles me
this.
honestly
I found
that
this
these
book at a used bookstore for $8. It's gonna be blurry. It's the Nixon tapes.
the
It's
Nixon
the
tapes
entire all of it, everything he
transcript.
taped transcribed.
Yeah,
I haven't read it yet.
yo, it's deep
Apparently,
throat time.
it's fucking nuts in here. This guy was nuts. Like,
Which I mean, see, that's the thing. I find it so fascinating the way that people act, the anatomy of humans is always interesting to me. That's why we love movies,
mm,
right? And this movie specifically is the anatomy of good journalism.
go.
And this right here, you know,
And who
we
doesn't like
have
good journalism? The ones at the top.
the people who want you to be divided, the people
They
who
don't
want to
like good
incite
journalism.
hate and anger and division. Those are
Oof.
the people who don't want you to be knowledgeable. There's a movie called A Private War 2018. Matthew Heineman, he's a documentarian who made a movie, like a feature film about Marie Colvin,
Oh,
who died.
just
I
the
know. Yeah,
lighting on the
deep.
cigarette.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Gordon Willis. Gordon
The
Willis.
great,
I ain't
the
trying to
great
yell
Hal
right now,
Holbrook.
bro. Because
The
see,
great Hal
that's the thing.
Holbrook.
Gordon Willis will literally push you to the line. It's like, how much lighting do we really need?
Hmm.
How much
Oh,
starkness can
dude,
I say starkness, not darkness. How much starkness can I keep
the
the
light,
division between light and dark that will still convey the image and the emotion of this scene properly?
the light on Hal Holbrook's eyes is insane.
Because the fact is that to do this on film and expose that light and then not
Yeah,
have it really cast over anything else of his face, bro. It's
fucking
just Gordon Willis
crazy.
with his light meter going crazy.
Yeah, bro. If I was in like the theater in '76, I'd be losing my mind. I'd be like, how
But
the
see, that's the
fuck
thing.
did he like this?
50 years later, you look at this, you're like, bro, they cooked. And it's
Yeah,
like in 100 years, I'm gonna be like, bro, they
it's
cooked.
like that's literally when I'm watching Jaws and IMAX last night, bro. This just doesn't get any better than this fucking shit, man. Sorry, it
That's
just
the
doesn't.
thing. That's 75. This is 76. There's a lot of I was saying it on the Cinema Pursuit pod for this that I'm like, you got to watch Mad Max Fury Road. You got to watch All the President's Men if you want to learn about
Yeah,
filmmaking. Jaws is another one, right? Or
yeah.
no, I was talking about Jaws. Sorry, I was listening
I mean,
to the Jaws
don't
episode
read
too.
about how Jaws was made. Just watch it.
Yeah.
How it was made, that's not you don't want to do
No,
that.
no, that doesn't matter. See, that's the thing. We talk about lenses and lighting and all this stuff
Yeah.
because we think about it a lot, but it ultimately it doesn't matter the audience. It matters what
No.
they're feeling, right? A
Yeah.
dolly zoom creates this crazy feeling of realization and tension
Mm.
when it happens on the beach in Jaws. But it's like you don't need to know that. You just need to know how you feel from that.
Yeah.
It's for the nerds like us that like, wait, when I gotta go make this, I gotta make sure I do this
Yeah.
properly, you know. How did Spike Lee do this? Oh, he's got a guy sitting on a dolly that's moving with the camera at the same time. Okay, got it. Cool.
Criterion must have knew that we were going to be recording today. They were like, "Hey,
They're
we're
like, we
dropping
know.
we're dropping the trilogies."
And that's the thing, Parallax View, Clute. So Clute, for anybody listening, go watch Clute right away. Clute is an extremely relevant movie to today,
Mhm.
and the fact is, Clute is misnamed, like appropriately misnamed, because it's
Yeah,
not about Clute. It's about Jane Fonda's character,
yeah. Who's
and
not
it's a
Clute?
very feminist forward movie in
Yeah.
the best way possible.
Every time
And
the
Parallax View,
Criterion,
fire.
every time the Criterion sale comes around, Parallax View's never there in the store.
Really.
Never there.
But it's
I'm
such
like,
a
dude.
dad movie too.
I'm just like,
So
dude. I just
have
want.
I told you
I
about
mean, I
this?
could just buy it on Amazon, but
Uh
it's okay. I won't do
so
that.
NCIS of all things. There's a character Denozo. If anybody has ever seen NCIS,
No,
at
my
some
dad
point
watches that though.
he's telling one of the characters like, "Oh, 3 Days of the Condor, Parallax View, Marathon Man," and I'm like, "What are these movies he's talking about?" And I went, looked
Marathon
him up,
Man,
watched them, like,
shit.
yes,
My dad doesn't like a lot of movies, but he really. I should have mentioned it to Ben. He really loves Marathon Man. He loves Marathon Man.
I love Marathon Man too. I got it, bro. I got it on 4K. I
Mhm.
love it that much. I got it on
I know.
4K.
I gotta get that 4K the next Kino sale. I always like don't get. I finally got out of sight. I was like, I'm getting it. I don't care. I'm getting it now.
I got the, or yeah, I've got it. Yeah.
Still not delivered to
Uh,
me yet.
and look at our man. He's got a couple buttons open right there when he's
Yeah,
working. You know, working to the bone.
got the silver chain there.
And yet again, these two men sitting on the bench in the foreground. In the
Mm-hmm.
background is the White House. We
The
have a
White
bus.
House.
We have about 30 extras. You know, from the sidewalk to the park to people walking in the park.
I mean, even you like making this movie, like, and you're filming right here next to the White House. We're filming a movie about how these people took the guy that used to be in there down. Right outside of it.
That's the thing, though. That used to be the power of journalism.
Yeah.
And it feels so
Like
sad to say that used
when
to be.
yeah. Yeah, the Washington Post has become like a quote unquote laughing stock now, I guess. And,
I mean, we talked about this on the pod too. Jeff Bezos owns the Washington
yeah.
Post.
So you can
And it's
skew the way
such,
you want. Yeah.
but that's the thing. The fact is that he has no, I don't, I think there's certain things in this world that don't need a bias of ownership. The government doesn't need
Journalism.
one. Journalism doesn't need one.
Yeah.
I would argue film doesn't need one either, even though it has one at
No.
times.
Yeah, who owns the studio? Yeah. Shareholders.
Do you know how Nora Ephron was writing this movie with Bernstein with this? They didn't like William Goldman's first draft of this, like all the President's Men.
Mhm.
So they went and tried to rewrite the movie. And this scene right here is one of the remnants of that. William Goldman hated writing this because of, Woodward and Nora Ephron, but
Mhm.
he's the one with the Oscar. And I mean,
That's true.
he's the man. Bill, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, come on. Among, the many other things he wrote.
Yes, won Oscar for Best Sound, which we obviously gonna be talking about. Art direction, obviously said that. Yeah,
Jason Robards.
William Goldman, Oscar, and then yep, Robards. Nominated for Best Picture of the Year. Weirdly, Hoffman and Redford were not nominated.
Coletes, I don't know how whatever. It doesn't, I mean, you look at it all these years
You'd
later,
be a
you're just
lead,
like,
yeah.
naturally, these both are just delivering one of the
Let's
greatest
see the
performances.
77 Academy Awards. Let's see. Honora did not win Best Picture in 1977, guys.
Wouldn't?
I clicked on Academy Awards and it said
Oh, and
Honora
Nora.
won.
I was like, wait, I was like, because I was just talking about Nora Ephron. I was like, did Nora Ephron have a movie?
Yeah,
I
no.
thought she got big in the 90s.
So it'd be
Yet again,
what? The
in this hallway,
1978 Oscar, 1977
I don't
Oscars.
know. He lit the hallway with these yellow bulbs. And it's just fantastic. Look, and I know they didn't shoot this in Miami, but yet they have to make it look
Yeah,
Miami.
okay. Rocky won Best Picture
I understand, but still.
over Taxi Driver, Network,
What's
Bound
this
for
gentleman's
Glory,
name? He's fantastic in
and All the
this.
President's Men. Ned Beatty,
Ned Beatty.
also in Network, I
Superman?
believe. Superman. Yeah.
But
He's
yeah,
also Rudy's dad. He's also
yeah,
Rudy's dad in Rudy. That's where I first remembered him. He's also Lotso in Toy Story 3.
he's a great actor. Prolific character actor.
He's also in Network that
Yep.
I just mentioned.
Sidney Lumet.
Came out the same year. I'm looking at De
Imagine
Niro,
going to the
Taxi
theater and seeing
Driver,
both. Bro.
Taxi
And
Driver,
seeing
Network,
Rocky on top of that.
Presidents, and Rocky.
Come on. We used to make movies, now we just remake the same movies.
Yep. Marathon Man came out that same year
Wait, 70. Oh, yeah, it is 76. You're right.
because Olivier is
Double.
nominated for supporting actor.
That's double billing in a big way.
Never cool. I mean, these are two great best original screenplay and adapted. All the President's Men and Network both won. Good shit. Harlan County, USA, best documentary. 76 is cooking, man.
That's pretty iconic.
Let's see. The Omen, OG Omen came out this year.
There's
Star is Born.
Dick
Oh,
Donner,
Demo.
man. There's a certain timidness that he has, that
Logan's
Dustin
Run.
has to play in this, but this is the scene where we finally see him flex as a journalist trying to get, Dahlberg,
Mm-hmm.
finally Dahlberg. But we see how he works. And
Mm-hmm.
this right here, they put a thick thing of sweat on his on his brow.
You can see the tree in the back is completely just a piece of cardboard of the actual tree. It's so fake.
I mean, it works. It does
Oh
work though.
yeah.
They
Honestly, I bet you
pushed it.
they probably could have filmed that in Burbank though. You palm trees here. You're not gonna film it there.
They
Or in
definitely
LA
didn't film it in
somewhere.
Miami, like I said.
Yeah. You could have played Santa Monica as Miami. You could have played it off. But
Santa
I
Monica.
bet you that was a pickup shot, honestly. And they were just like,
Yeah,
fuck it. Like just build something that looks, it's okay. Who cares?
it
Look
works.
at him. Look at him. He's doing research, looking at phone numbers. The internet. He had to go
And
look
that's the
into
thing.
the
I have no
archives.
problem if they use the internet, obviously, in movies, but
Yeah.
nowadays it's just like they wouldn't even make this movie, right?
Yeah. He's got to look in the archives. You have to have a phone book for every city.
Bruh. Good old phone books, man.
It's kind of
And that's
wild.
the
Like,
thing.
it's kind of
That's
wild
the
that your
thing. He
phone
just
number
calls
and
them.
address were just in a book. Like,
And the crazy thing here is that now we're going on like a 6-minute shot. That's
oh
a split
yeah.
diopter shot.
And you
That's
hear
yet again the same thing I'm talking about, where it's like
do you hear
character up
Nixon in the
front.
background?
Yeah.
Or they're talking about Nixon?
And that's the thing. This movie's almost 50 years old. There ain't no
Sure.
Dolby Atmos, 112 tracks.
Yeah.
There ain't no IMAX 6, 7 tracks. There's 1 or 2 tracks at max. There's a mono or a dual, like two sides. That's all there is. And we flexing sound harder than most movies today. Uh, Alfonso Cuarón, Roma. Movie you wouldn't expect to have like amazing sound, but it has some of the best
Mm-hmm.
sound I've heard recently.
Look at them. They're all
Annihilation.
on that TV.
And
He's
that's
still
the
doing
thing.
his
Yet
job.
again, what am I saying? Everybody's looking at the TV.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't putting in the work. It's like the TV's lying to them, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody's listening to the lies. And the TV today is the TV. It's the YouTube. It's
And
the
then just
social media
the slow pushing.
on
All they're
him.
doing is just slow pushing.
And that's the thing. We're pushing in on the actual narrative tension of the Dahlberg call, but
Mm-hmm.
we're also playing the tension of this, background of Nixon, the
Mm-hmm.
boogeyman, which we don't know he's the boogeyman till the last like 5 minutes of the movie. He's the boogeyman. And see, this is the thing. He's resilient. He's
Mm.
persistent.
Call the next
He's like,
person.
how do I figure this out?
Still going.
I always, when I see scenes like this, I'm like, will the kids know this? Will the kids think this is cool? I think some people they wouldn't even care.
No,
But
they
this
don't
is
care.
just
They're
like
looking at their phones.
this.
They have this on in
This
the
is just
background. They look at
like
their phones and they'll be like, "Hey, it was all right." That's how it is
actually,
now.
or I got it. I'll tell you a story that I heard this weekend from somebody where I'm
How it is
like
now.
you're
It's
gonna do this in a theater? I'm like, you go to the theater to watch a movie. You're not going there to go to sleep.
people in Jaws were. I have the only one I've noticed recently is whenever they're re-releasing movies, no
Hmm.
one seems to be bothering me when re-release movies are coming out
You know
because
why?
everyone there wants to go see it. Now, if it's
Yeah.
a brand new movie, then that's when you have
Boo.
teenagers. Yeah.
That's that. But that's why I'm like going to the movies to this day is a special experience to me. You know.
Hmm.
And it feels like
I'm going
everybody like,
tomorrow.
oh,
I'm
what
going
can
tomorrow.
like is
Yeah.
just I went shopping or I went to the movies. It's the same thing. No, it's not.
Yeah.
Like Tarantino describes this as the working man's art, and it still is that. It is very much that to me. You know, whether it's movies, whether it's TVs, like
Hmm.
give this stuff respect. You like we talk about NCIS. I respect that stuff. Yes, it's a format. People are watching that. You
It's
would
still
hope
on. Oh, for
it's
like 20
still on.
years. Still the same shot. He's still going. He
And the
has to put
crazy
two
thing
people on
is,
hold.
that we don't know if he was actually on the phone with two people. They had it set up that way, or is this just Robert Redford acting his butt off, talking to
Oh yeah.
nobody? And we are slowly 6 minutes. We're just going in on this. Like I said, as the
Hmm.
tension
Tell you,
tears,
its entire time is just an entire
we're just coming
slow
in, and you're
push
just
up.
getting granular, right? Because you're first you're in the split diopter. Now we're kind of just in the zoom,
Hmm.
and this is obviously some long lens,
Yeah.
100, I don't know what we're on a long lens just running this, and this is the confidence of Alan Pakula, Gordon Willis,
Or I'd be like, yeah, I'm
and
good.
they drop it on Robert Redford's lap. Like, come, you got this.
Yeah.
We got like 20 minutes. Get this done real quick. But
It's
Redford's a producer, so he's
insane.
probably like, we got to give him more time.
Yeah. It's
And
insane.
this movie was a smash hit.
I think when this was on TCM a couple months ago, but I think when Ben Mengetz introduced it, he said Robert Redford only nominated for one Oscar. Hard to hard to imagine. I mean, he's won an Oscar for talking about acting, not like personal. Like he's won for directing, obviously, and what's it called
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The
for
movie.
Ordinary People.
Yeah, yeah.
He's only nominated for Best Actor for The Sting. It's the only thing he
Great
has
movie
ever
though.
nominated for an Oscar for. You know, it's a great movie that he made. Quiz
What?
Show.
I haven't seen it.
Ray Fiennes in it. Great show.
Ooh, okay. I'll check it out.
Great film.
Actually, wait, or I'll have to see. I might have seen a little bit of it, but
It's
I don't think
basically
I've.
about like it's like a fixed game show. They thought someone was like cheating,
Okay, no, I've
essentially.
seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it, but I haven't seen. It's been so
I think
long.
it's only available on DVD too. It needs the restoration. Great show. Really underrated. Not show, movie.
And then finally, after he gets off the phone with uh with Bernstein, then
Oof.
the shot cuts, right?
Yeah.
And yet again, we have the juxtaposition of the newspaper to the TV.
They've
Here
made the
we
front
go.
page.
Here
They
we
made the
go.
front page.
This is another thing. Moneyball. We have the
Yeah.
conversations of the men in the room of with the players and everything. Talking about the players. Like, oh, he gets on base. It's like, no, we
Yeah.
can't keep this guy. All these conversations. It's the same thing. Same convention, right?
Yeah. Or it's just like, what do you got? What do you got for me?
And
Yeah.
I do
They're
love this.
pitching
That
stories. Pitching stories.
which Shattered Glass was the.
Yeah.
You know,
Same thing. It's
it's
the same
another movie
scene.
that has this.
Yeah, it's same scene. You pitch the
Except
story.
the character there is doing something else.
Yeah.
This is like, we're world building here for this movie specifically. That, they're talking about the Queen, they're talking about National, they're talking about the
Hmm.
different columns inside of the newspaper and how much space everybody's getting. Is this story worth anything
Feet
to
up
put in the
again.
newspaper?
Feet up again.
That's Robarts. Maybe I don't know if Bradley did it, but the way that Robarts does it and the framing of it is just impeccable. Yet
Hmm.
again, he's at a different height than everybody else.
Yeah.
It's like everybody else is working. He's
Everybody
like
else has the same glasses on. It's great that
he's wearing.
they all look tired. That's what I love about it. They all just look tired.
But that's the thing, though. Also, right?
Yeah.
What do you think everybody has makeup on in this?
They probably got some makeup on, yeah, but I'm sure like their hair has been touched up too, but it's to make them look tired, and they do look tired, but it's they're still doing their job. Because you'll be there till 10:30 at night, and you're there at 7 in the morning.
Yup. It's a grind.
You don't have time to watch movies.
I don't know about that.
Hey, boss, I gotta go. I got an 8 p.m. show. You probably could. You probably could leave. Honestly, you'd be
What are
okay.
you watching? All the President's Men? Okay, you can go
Yeah,
see that. You can go see that.
every night, every night.
What are you watching today? Oh, I'm watching Transformers 3. Nope, you stand here.
Nope,
You're
you
working
gotta
late.
stay. You gotta stay. Yeah, I'd be the boss. I'd be like, "What are you watching?" Well, I gotta go see Transformers: Age of Extinction. Yeah, you're staying here. Get your work done. I'm saving you 4 hours of your life.
What are you watching tonight? Oh, I'm watching Stranger Things. Like, no, I don't know. Maybe,
I'll be like, and they'll be like, I'm watching Michael Clayton. I'm like, you know what? Take the week off. You're good.
I'm One Piece on Michael Clem Monday.
Yeah. Dude, we
Who
might
the
have to
hell
hit
are
three.
Woodward and Bernstein, man?
We might have to hit 3 days of the Condor on here.
I gotta, or I've been waiting. I gotta hit it because I just
I got
it's
the
been so
4K.
long
I got
since I've seen
4K
that.
that.
Same. I do this number right here. The dude with his glasses on his like forehead. I do that a lot
Yeah.
nowadays. What if?
Oof, the seriousness right there, the close up.
Yeah.
That's a dangerous story for this paper because we're always in good graces with the government.
The thing is that they only do a few inserts in this whole scene, and it's just impeccably done. It feels like they didn't shoot too much or too little.
Mm,
It just feels like the right amount.
yeah. Then he waits for the how dangerous. He waits for everyone else to leave. Then how dangerous.
And that's the thing. There's a certain level of like prescience to this movie about the White House doing these denials. Like, oh, this is not true. This is that, and
Yeah. And that White
everybody,
House, they'll always
all of
deny
the
immediately. You
journalists
know.
in all of Washington didn't believe this story.
Hmm.
They're like, why are you doing this? You're telling me two people know better than everybody else that, the 1,000 of us that are here,
Yeah.
2,000 of us that are here? Come on. And that was the case.
Because he even says, I don't believe this story. Because if you really take a step back and think about it, you'd be like, are they dumb enough to break into the Democrat? Like that just sounds so insane. Like why would they do that?
Yeah.
Like that makes no sense. Like
And
why would they
ultimately,
do that? Because
everybody's
he
dumb
won
enough
in a
to do
land
this.
because he won in a landslide no matter anyway. So it's like it didn't
Yeah.
really matter. So it's like why would he do this? 'Cause he's just so paranoid. And this is how these shots. There's one at the end that's fucking incredible
Yeah.
when they use the set
But that
when they're
but that
running and
shot
it's just,
was
there's like
insane.
yeah. But this is all you need to understand
But see,
of
that's the thing. This is cinema.
like if you look at this room, look, he has Kennedy, but he has a photo of
Kennedy.
Nixon.
Yep.
He has a photo of Nixon. He has LBJ. Like he has
But look at the
multiple photos of
books.
Nixon.
The books, the
Oh yeah.
TV, the framing.
But I think it shows that like further journalism, it's like they don't take sides. This is the fact of what happened,
And that's one of my favorite lines in the
which
movie
is
is when
now lost. Yeah. Now it's
he's
turned
talking
into once the 90s came around, you know what? I'm just gonna blame everything on Ronald Reagan. It's his fault this is all happening. Ronald Reagan, fuck you. Sorry if you're a big Reagan head, man. Anyone's a big
My
Reagan head,
pro
I'm sorry.
Funny enough, I literally my friend's moving
Which is
into a
funny
house,
enough.
and he's like, "Oh, I want to have this American flag, and then like these quotes from Reagan up, which he's already bought, which you know, whatever. I don't
Ronald
idolize any
Reagan,
of these
the
people.
actor.
Actually, I did tell him to get a poster of the All American. He was like, "Oh, that's a perfect
I
poster."
think
I'm
the
like, "I
only
know
like
it is."
Reagan. I mean, he's in. There's one movie he's actually good that he's in is Storm Warning. That's a good. That's actually a good movie. And
Yeah.
he was a B level actor. He wasn't an A list star. Like he's a
No,
B
no,
actor.
no.
He was in some pretty shitty movies. If you watch sometimes they're on TCM and you're like, this movie is not good. Like,
Yeah.
which is what I love about TCM is like, if you watch movies at like 7 or 8 in the morning, it's probably not a very good movie.
Yeah.
But they got it on. But because I think that's what you need to know is like, hey, they also were making some bad movies back then too. Like it's not a very good movie.
Bro, this lighting, insane
Oh
emo
yeah,
vibes. Insane. I was just like,
dude,
bro, this is
that's a poster cover or not poster album cover. Without
yep.
if you
And
didn't if it
them
was just
even
Redford, if it
them
was
in
just
the
Redford and he was just
yeah,
standing there, that's the album
bro.
cover.
And even them in the elevator.
Yeah.
And I wonder what lens they're using on here with this f stop, or sorry, this T.
Oof.
These these are both in focus for the most part, aren't they?
Hmm.
But also Woodward in this movie, he's like, "Oh, I'm a Republican," and I laughed
Yeah.
so hard at that because I'm like,
And when it was
today,
it's a different era though.
yeah,
Like I can when he says like I can tell that he's like a conservative guy. I can tell.
yeah,
But it's
yeah.
like it's not what it is today. Like he's a different. There's no way he's that person
The
today.
problem today is
I mean, he
that
even
on
wrote a
both
fucking.
sides, there's a level of political fanaticism.
That's no.
There's a starkness
It changed with you when you're
with the
introducing like when CNN like Fox News they introduce these talk heads. That's when it
yeah,
changes because it's not it's not a fact. Now you're just doing opinion, and
yep.
opinion can sway people into thinking it's fact. When it's because you
And
have like talking like Sean Hannity.
recently, we
It's
just I just watched Eddington finally, and Eddington, like you can tell, like me and Ari Aster have like the same ethos in a sense that
mhm.
we're gonna give both sides their crap. And there's
Yeah.
stuff that everybody does that
Hmm.
is just there's no reprehension here, you know?
Yeah.
And it's not we're not trying to pick sides. We're trying to be
Just
the
trying to tell
best
the
we can
story.
be.
Yeah.
Like it does not matter who did it wrong. We're gonna figure it out and we're gonna talk
Because
about it. No
say
one's
like
right.
because
Like,
you have Woodward is he's a Republican.
yeah,
Nowadays they wouldn't do the story. He's like I'm a Republican. I'm not doing that story against him.
exactly.
It's like why not? This is the
But that's the
facts.
thing. I was talking about that word Mahan. There used to be
Not saying
respect
Woodward a word because
for
Woodward
the
does hate
truth.
Donald Trump. So
Because it feels like which is hilarious and true. And he wrote a whole book about it. Literally,
yeah,
if y'all don't know, look it up. He did.
yeah.
And
Like this guy's a fucking psycho. Sorry to
and
any Trumpers out there.
ultimately, but it's like I that's the thing. It's not like we're sitting here like, we're never getting preachy with what we talk about. Facts
Yeah.
are facts that we don't agree with this, you
Which
know?
is yeah, it's like what you
And I
again.
don't think
It's
anybody should agree with this.
no,
The fact
and
that
the
you're going to put
guy.
this much faith into a human being, we talk about Spielberg like he's a god. But even then, I'm like two steps back because maybe he is kind of crappy. I
Oh,
don't know.
he's made a stinker. He's made 1941. It's a
No,
stinker.
no,
He
not
doesn't
like
even like
that. I'm talking about as a human
it.
being. I'm talking about as
Oh,
a
I don't
human
know.
being.
Yeah, I've heard he's great. I don't know. I've never met the guy, so
I've
I
heard he's
can't.
great too.
Yeah, I
But
can't. But
it's
again,
like after,
it's like Dustin Hoffman. Redford said, "Oh, we didn't get along at all. He's very hard to work with. We're good now,
and
but at the time, he was an
and
asshole.
I've heard things about
Like,
Dustin Hoffman after
yeah,
hereafter also. I think we all
yeah. It's just
have.
like he's an asshole. He was an asshole. He was an asshole. So like, I've heard good things
And
about Rutherford. I heard he's a really nice guy, very kind man, and he's almost
and
in his
that's the thing.
90s now.
Yeah. And see, that's the thing.
For those that don't
It's
know,
like,
Robert Redford created Sundance.
yes, he did. And the crazy thing is that I mean, just anybody in general, the fact that you want to bring fanaticism to anybody, period.
Oh yeah, like I love
We
Spielberg, but I don't know the guy. He could be an asshole. I don't know the guy. I
Like
I don't
we
think
talk, we
so.
sit here and we talk about movies all the
Oof,
time.
look at that
We
light on
talk
that guy.
about,
Oof.
yeah, I'm talking about Gordon Willis's lighting,
Yeah.
but I don't know who he was as a human being. I'm not sitting there like, oh,
No.
Gordon, like if someone said Gordon Willis did this thing that's bad, I wouldn't know, you know?
Yeah.
The
I
lighting
don't
here is
know.
fantastic also.
Oh yeah.
And as soon as she opened the door,
I think
I looked at her
7.
face and you could just feel that she's scared.
I've been listening to the Deacons pod. I think he talked
Which one?
about his podcast, the Deacons, just
Like
in
which
general.
episode?
I started from the beginning like a few months
Okay,
ago.
okay.
And like I think that the guy was on there asking him. He's just like, I mean, it's Gordon Willis is like the pinnacle. Like he literally mentioned All the President's Men include. Like it's just you watch those. Yeah, for good. Like it's like this is you can't touch this. Like
And the thing is,
because even if you watch it, she's like, how the fuck do they like this shit, man?
like Redford in this light right here, he's barely
He's not
in
even in it.
light.
Yeah.
Like the
Which which
irrelevant part
which
is
very well could be just a blocking issue. They just didn't notice, but it works.
it's
It's like my
fantastic.
my favorite is my favorite reference to that is Manchurian Candidate when the one scene that's out of focus and everyone's like, "This is a brilliant. It's out of focus." It was legitimately out of focus. They did not intend for it to be,
It
but
just
it
works.
works. But it worked. Yeah, yeah. Like,
And they've remade that also, didn't they?
which I'm not I actually kind of like the demi. It's obviously not
It's good.
the, but I actually kind
It's
of like
good.
it.
It's good.
It's nothing
But it's
amazing,
not
but it's not. Yeah, it's not the
it's
OG.
not the OG.
Yeah.
Them driving around, also yet again, fantastic lighting everywhere they go, inside the car, outside.
Mhm.
And the thing that's crazy is
It
that they
comes
do
back.
all
Yeah,
this,
she's like,
and it's just the fact that Gordon Willis is trying to do all
but
this.
the next time they come back here, please leave. Then the music cue hits.
Yeah.
Then it's like, oh, she's even scared. Like, please
And
leave.
the
You need
fact
to
that you
leave now.
mention a music
Yeah,
cue is crazy because
yeah.
we
This
just
is
you
like your
don't feel
first
the
music
music
cue.
of this
It's
movie.
just right there. Like, boom. Actually, they've had a few over there in the overheads, but like that was the first time where it was like, you
Yeah,
need to leave,
whenever
and then like she
we
basically was like,
yeah, in
you
the
need to
Library of
leave
Congress.
now. Yeah, like they're clearly watching, essentially hinting at like you're being watched.
Yeah, it's just you don't know it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, this movie, the the way that they play it is so specific. They could have
Hmm.
gone too paranoid. They could have gone too hammy. They could have gone no information, too much information. But they hit the line perfectly with this, which is hard to do
Hmm.
in general. And all this dialogue that they have, yeah, it's a lot of chewy dialogue. There's a lot of stuff going on that sometimes you can't even follow. But it's like
Hmm.
ultimately you do follow it and you do get to knowing what's going on with this story. And this is just, this is something that's been replicated a lot of times now, right?
Yeah.
Going down a list, going to a
Every
lot of
journalism movie,
location.
you go to the house, you knock on the door.
This shot right here in front of the Capitol building,
Hmm.
great. It just feels like they
Again,
stole a lot of shots.
it's the looming of you're being watched by everyone. Then
Yep.
you come to you see the Washington Monument. You're being watched.
This lighting right here is
Yeah.
a lot of what they use in Clute.
Hmm.
This overhead lighting. And there's just the slightest shadow, on their like above their like on the tops of their
Hmm.
brows, like under their like above their eyeballs.
Hmm.
And it's kind of scary. Kind of, like something's going on,
Even this slightest costume change. Now their ties are up. They fix their hair.
Yeah.
As opposed to the newsroom, it's ties down. I've been
This
here for
lighting in the
8
hallway, bro.
hours.
Which this specific
Hmm.
light that they used, I think it looks like he used the entire movie when they're outside.
Hmm.
It's a, that's that green that, what a green. It's like a teal.
This is great. This is the wrong person. They just put their stuff. This is like a Catch Me If You Can.
Bro. 4K. Minority Report 4K. Bro, tell me how I spilled something and I've been trying to clean it up for like the last 30 minutes. I'm having my all the president's bed in real life right now.
Here's your comedic scene.
But that's the thing.
But
You
it's
know
like
me. I love the
you need
comedy.
that
You need
scene
it.
because it's like they would run into that in real life, being like, "Oh, this person
Yes.
just has nothing to do with what we're talking about," and it's just we were yeah, whatever. And it's the only person that ever invited them in. It's like, "Oh yeah, come on
Yeah.
in," and then they're like, "Oh, we're gonna get some shit." Like, "Oh no, we're getting like Bloomingdale's." Oh, that's why you invited us in. Yo, the old McDonald's, man.
Oh, McDonald had a fun. No, I'm
That
joking.
70s look. Dude, I would go to McDonald's if they literally built it to look like the 70s again. Yo, helicopter shots. Bring them
Crazy.
back.
That's a
I'm tired of
crazy helicopter
drones.
shot too.
Tired of drones. Bring back the helicopter.
But see, that's the thing.
I mean, drones
The
are cheaper.
problem yet again is that you
That's
have the
why.
tool, but are you using it the right way?
Yeah.
And this right here, this shot specifically, this slow zoom out, right?
What do you see?
It's
What do you see right there?
fantastic. Washington
White House.
Monument.
You see the White House.
Is that the wait, where's the
It's
Oh,
right
okay,
there.
I see
Yeah,
it. Okay.
there's the White House.
I'm clocking it now. Okay.
You pan
It's
out,
to
you
the
get to the Washington Monument, Jefferson, White House right there. Yeah. This is
boom
how you do
boom 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 boom.
your time transition.
Yeah.
Days have passed, weeks have passed.
And they look Redford looks
They look
appropriately exhausted
exhausted. Yeah.
and he's pissed.
No one's talking anymore. There's your fake news joke. You want to hear some real news? You guys got nothing.
And that's the crazy thing is that this all conspired. And
Mm,
that's the thing that Redford saw that this is movie worthy situation that these are the underdogs in a very big sense.
yeah.
And this is a big underdog year considering Rocky came out too, right?
Oh, just look at that frame. The Kiwi over here, Redford
Yeah.
all the way over there, all the way on the other side.
And then this right here
Obviously listening. Oh, yeah,
is a side split opter
yeah.
or horizontal instead of vertical.
I always forget Ford was the president for like
Gerald Ford, yeah.
3 years, for 3 years.
Yeah, we forget him besides like didn't he sign the
He
Civil Rights
pardoned
Act?
Nixon. He pardoned Nixon. No, that was Johnson.
LBJ?
Yeah.
Okay.
LBJ didn't run for re-election because of the Vietnam War. He
Insane
actually
framing
stepped.
of the TV and
He
Redford.
actually stepped aside when a president actually put the people before himself and stepped aside, being like, "I fucked up." And you had Nixon
Yeah.
running on. You had Nixon running on that he would end the Vietnam War immediately. Then he bombed Cambodia. How do people know this? I'm going to tell you right now. Richard Nixon committed treason before he was even elected president of the United States. He
Yep.
talked to the Viet Cong while he was a nominee, which is
Yep.
treason, telling them to delay peace talks so that when I am elected president, I can have the peace talk and I look like the hero. It's in the tapes. It's in the tapes.
And it's
Get the tapes. Get the tapes.
and it's not like we won Vietnam.
He's
We
talking about,
lost
dude.
that war.
High school textbook says it's a tie, bro.
And we sent how many people
The U.S. has not won a
drafted there?
war. The U.S. has not won a quote unquote war, which they didn't single handedly win World War II, but they haven't won a
I
war since World War II.
I know so many African American Vietnam war vets and the
Vietnam is the
condition that they're
darkest
in,
scar, I think, on this nation, and they'll never admit it.
they
Is
don't talk
Vietnam?
about it.
Yeah.
I've known these gentlemen for decades, you know? One of them recently passed away.
I mean, now you're gonna get they're gonna start passing away now, and it's a scar on this nation, and Nixon contributed to it.
And
It's
we
a
have people who draw,
yeah,
they dodged that draft
yeah. One of them is in
because
the
they
White House
could.
right now.
Exactly. Good old
That's what that song. That's
Bone
what the song
Spurs.
"Fortunate Son" is about. It's not a patriotic song.
I think is a patriotic song because that's what real
For,
patriotism is. This
yeah, a
this
patriotic
this
song
movie,
for not
this
what
movie
people
is
think it
actually
is. Like
patriotism.
they think it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna shoot machine guns because Fortunate Son's on. It's like
Fortunate
no,
Son. We
yeah,
got this movie.
I had to
We got
go to
Apocalypse
war.
Now.
Yeah,
We have Bruce Springsteen. We This is
yeah, Born in the
Americana at
USA.
its finest.
Yeah.
Ex-
For those that don't know, the Born in the USA is about a Vietnam War vet coming home and
yep.
not getting benefits. But he's
Yep.
saying, "What are you talking about? I fought for you, and I also was born in the USA." But as an
Yo,
upbeat tempo, so people think it's patriotic like that. But like you're saying, there's a different patriotism to be like, "I fought for this country. Why am I not
what
getting
about
any
Rambo?
benefits?"
First Blood.
First Rambo has some good points, and then it turns
Yes.
into action hero. I can
Yeah.
pound 8 machine guns at once. First Rambo is a very good film that deals with the PTSD of a Vietnam War vet. A very
We
good film
talk
on
about
it.
this. The lighting in this scene right here. This woman, she has a dark shadow
Well, I mean,
behind her
the first time you saw her when he walked in, she was standing all the
in
way in
the
the
dark.
back, and
Yeah.
then the railing of the staircase was covering her face, like she was in her
She
prison herself, being like, "I can't speak to you."
you know who brought those bars back? I think the last time I ever saw it was American Beauty, Conrad Hall.
Hmm.
And the main character played by Kevin Spacey is sitting at his computer in jail at work. Which, screw Kevin Spacey because I that movie was actually pretty great. Chris Cooper is
Hmm.
fantastic in that.
I haven't watched it. I know Chris Cooper's amazing, but I feel like it hasn't aged well since I've seen it. But
I I'm never gonna watch it again.
especially like the premise of the character that Kevin Spacey plays is a little, you're like, wow.
Yeah, it's that same level of
Yeah. I mean, the one Best Picture of
Taxi
the year
Driver.
is that 99? The one Best Picture, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That one Best Picture.
Michael Shannon was talking about Sam Mendes and how, he had a pretty big career as a theater
It's
director.
Revolutionary Road because Shannon was in Revolutionary Road, right?
Yeah, but like he was doing I think Killer Joe, like the play, like Tracy Letts
Mm,
play
yeah.
in London, and or yeah, I think it was that. And whatever. He's like, I knew of Sam before, but they finally worked on
He's
it.
been
And
married
it's
to Kate Winslet.
Mike Shannon. Yeah. And then wait, really?
Sam Mendes was married to Kate Winslet. Yeah.
Seriously?
Fun facts. Fun facts brought to you by Pat. Also,
Good
you want
for
to hear an even more fun fact about Jason Robards? Guess who one of his wives was?
who?
One of the biggest
Elizabeth
actors
Taylor?
from the 40s, 50s, and 60s.
Who?
Lauren Bacall. Post Humphrey Bogart. Yep. Obviously, Humphrey Bogart died of a heart attack because he drank too
So
much in prison.
if y'all don't know, and I like how I got
And
real
Lauren
close to the
and
mic to
Lauren,
say this.
Lauren Bacall
Lauren
was in
Bacall
love with this guy. In
is
love
one of
with
the
him.
legitimately most beautiful women I've ever seen in
Lauren
my
Bacall
life.
was in love with him, but
Legitimately.
he kind of was just like he just was never there. He was just like I gotta do this stuff. I'm like, bro, how do you fumble Lauren Bacall? But yeah, fun fact, he was married to Lauren Bacall for like 8 years.
That woman
I
looked
don't
at
know
me,
if
I
it was
would
eight
faint.
years, but I can tell you right now. He's married to Bacall for 2 years. No, 8 years. 8 years, I was right. Right. Crazy, right?
Also, this scene right here where they're talking about this money,
Because
this
Lauren
woman
Bacall
is
was only
being
married to two people, Bogart and
bogey.
him.
This performance that she's giving, I feel like they wouldn't even let her do this today. Like she's
Mm,
almost, I want to say she's wooden, but like she's so like reserved with her performance
hmm
that it feels like they might not even like today they might want her emotional or something like that. But it's like
No,
she's delivering some information.
this character is your cameo in nowadays.
It's
This is when you have like the Casey
Kate
Affleck comes
Winslet.
in. This is when the Casey Affleck comes in Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, wait for that cameo, and the reviewer like, okay, well now I'm waiting for the cameo because you told me.
these sorts of
But I
roles I
think,
would give to
but I
like,
think,
a
but I think with
Bill Camp, Shea Wiggum, that sort of character,
But I
like
think
character actor.
with this though, like you need an actor. You don't like all these actors. They go to the door. You don't. These people aren't big stars. Like they're just like they look like normal people, and you
Yeah.
need that. I don't need. I don't need like him to open the door and Margot Robbie standing there. That takes me out of the movie, being like, oh, Margot Robbie's in this now. I'm gonna nudge the person like this is Robbie's in this.
Yeah.
Like I don't need that. Like it's like, but like I don't need that. Like it's, and I think that's what movies do now. It's like, oh, there's cameo wazoo. It's like I don't need that. Like when you have these, and you know who does it well? Obviously, they're not together anymore, but the Coens did it well. Those character actors that they brought in,
Yeah.
like they would use them all the time.
Insanely
But it's like
great.
people would come in for one scene and like this might be the best actor I've ever seen in my life. This old guy,
Michael Stuhlbarg, which we were talking about last week,
yeah.
right?
Or the in No Country for Old Men, the guy was in
Yeah. I know
he
you're
was
talking about.
I think he was in
Well, he was in
Killers of the Flower Moon, I think.
yes, he was one of the
But
guys, the wolves.
the
Yeah, I know
lawyer, yeah.
you don't even have to say the whole sentence. I
Yeah.
know
But
exactly
it's
who
like
you're
that
talking
scene, like that guy's
about.
only in that scene of that movie, and you're like, this guy is one of the best actors I've ever seen. Like just
And
for this
literally,
scene
that
alone.
scene might be one of the most watched scenes of all
Of
time
that
in the
movie.
last
Of that
decade. No,
movie easily,
just
yeah.
in general. People might have
Mhm.
not seen No Country for Old Men, but they've
But they know
seen
that they
the
know the
coin
coin
flip
toss
scene.
scene. Yeah, they know the coin toss scene. Like I don't want to say anymore, okay? And then she leans back into the lamp and just sits
Yep.
in the lamp.
And on top of that, where do they put the camera? What's the
Yeah.
mode? They raise it
Hmm.
up high and they make it distant. Like we take the humanity away.
She's like, I'm done. I'm done talking now.
I love this.
These are the notes.
I've done this in real life
Yeah.
where
Well,
I'm
again,
writing on paper napkins and stuff.
Zodiac used this reference in when he can only look at the files and he runs to the diner and writes down everything on the napkin that he can remember because they wouldn't
Yep.
let him take notes. So now he's got to run and write everything down. So they use that reference,
I think the great thing is their
which is funny
backfill
because
light
Zodiac
is
like takes place before this, which is even funnier technically,
yep.
or around the same time. But
Bruh. That's one of my favorite lines. She's afraid of John Mitchell. You're afraid of Walter Cronkite. Yet
mhm.
again, stabbing at the
Oh,
news.
that's the way it was.
And nothing wrong with Cronkite. I'm just saying, he was the face of news as, for a long time, right? But that's the
I mean,
thing,
he
what you're
was.
talking
If
about.
you think about,
There was just
think
one
of the.
Cronkite.
I know, but think about what Cronkite like. He read the Kennedy assassination to the nation. He
Yeah.
did the moon landing. Like
But that's the thing. He
that
was
was a
one
guy,
dude.
but
There
that
was
was a
no
guy
there's no
again.
different places.
Yeah, but that was a guy
And
you
now there'd be,
like
10 people saying the same thing.
my grandfather would say, you turn the TV on and Cronkite's there, you know this is the truth
Yeah, exactly. But
because
now
he's
it's
telling
like
me.
there's like 50 Cronkites.
Yeah,
If you count local news, there's about 100 probably.
yeah.
But there's agendas, good old agendas.
No, it's turned into this movie's still incredibly important. It's turned into opinion. Opinion has become fact, and opinion has landed on the front page.
And
That's the
opinion
problem.
has no place in this. Yet
Yeah.
people want to give it a place because it gets
Hmm.
clicks, it gets views,
It's
it gets
clicks.
people angry.
And now we have AI coming. Who's to say AI just makes up an entire story about somebody?
I was I see people watching clips of AI stuff and I'm like, y'all know that's
Yeah.
AI, right? I'm like,
Yeah.
enjoy it, sure, if you want, but I'm like, that's AI, right? Please tell me
Hmm.
that's not real.
People think I've known people that have fallen for it. I'm sure I've been guilty of it too, like on a TikTok and realizing that it's AI. Be like, oh, this is AI. There's no way this is fucking real. And you look at it like this is AI. Like Jesus Christ,
There was a
it's getting
recent
better.
clip
That's
of
the problem it's
of
getting better. And like, yeah,
bunnies on a
it's
trampoline,
oh
and
yeah,
you
I've seen
can't
that.
tell it's fake. I mean, I
Yeah.
saw it like someone was talking about it being fake, so I saw it, and I was just like, I couldn't tell. And
Yeah.
usually,
It's like,
if you've seen enough
dude.
CG just in movies, you can tell something's fake or real.
Hmm.
Like me and my dad, half the
Give it two,
conversations we
three
have,
years, man. That shit's gonna be you're
yeah,
not even gonna know it's fake.
be- Because me and my dad will have conversations where like we're watching something like he's like, "Is this real or is this CG?"
Yeah.
And I'll tell him like, I'll look at it and I'll be like, "No, that's real. That car crash is real. The explosion is real, but the other fire after this is fake." And we
Mm.
talk about that. We talk about that. We talk about character. Like we just watched the old guard too, and we tore into it, bro. Because the
I've
first one
never
we
seen.
enjoyed it.
I never
The
saw the first one either.
the first
I heard
one
the
is
first one's
good
pretty
fun.
good.
It
Yeah.
it really is
I heard
genuinely
the
good. And
second one
this,
is not.
I swear to God, you're gonna laugh at this.
Is not.
There's one scene of these characters going
Oh,
into
a
an airport
diopter
hangar.
on the iced tea.
Yes,
On the iced tea.
y'all ain't. But see, that's what I'm saying. The Z axis in this movie, the
The
utilization of the
continuity error
frame.
too. The continuity error of the iced tea too, and the reverse
You think I
shot.
care? You think I
Again,
care?
no, that's the thing is like it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter
But it
because it's
just,
like it feels real.
you know what the thing is? When you're watching the movie, you're listening to these characters talk, right? And you're watching it subconsciously. It's bringing you in. If you
Hmm.
look at the framing that Michael Mann uses, it brings you into the story, this human story. But you might not realize the way he's framing things just does not make sense. There's some framing he uses in The Insider that is
Hmm.
insanely cool because you would never do it otherwise. But he's so confident with what he's doing.
Hmm.
And yet again, a character in the foreground, and both sets of characters, Woodward Bernstein and then the woman, just nothing but lush green behind them.
Hmm.
And there, you can feel there's a stark difference between the foreground and the background with all of them. And it doesn't, and nowadays when they do that, depending on how they're shooting it and how they're lighting it, it feels fake. It feels like they're on a blue screen at times
Yeah.
in a bad way.
Here's your actual footage.
And I think this is the clip I was imitating before, is that we have people on the news or like on the TV, like, oh, we know what brand bad these politics are.
Yeah.
And it's like they're trying to use this guise of word, like
It's
chewy
it's
words.
it's a sense of
1,500
doubt.
people. We
Yeah.
have 1,800. We have the
They
FBI,
say,
this and that. Or
yeah,
they're
they'll
trying to
say
make a,
like, yeah,
they're trying
they'll
to
say
pump
it's an
their chest.
agenda. Like he has an agenda he has to hit. How dare you criticize the FBI? He was literally built to spy
And what I
on
love is
the
that this
United States
movie,
citizens.
yep. And this movie, like the way that they present it to you, even though if you don't know the context, like the context of the movie tells you that the guy is lying.
Hmm. Oh
And
yeah,
that's what the
like
filmmaking is. That's the subjectivity of the filmmaking.
that's why you have them watching it and not the newsroom. You have them watching it because
Exactly.
they know he's lying.
And that's the thing. This movie, if you talk about perspective, it moves into Woodward and Bernstein's perspective for the most part.
Hmm.
And it's never feeling like we're observing them, we're with them. It feels like we're embedded with them on this case. It's a
Hmm.
very, very high wire task of like you feel the experience rather than you're watching this.
Hmm. Is this
Because we
the
get tired. We
seventh
want to
heaven dead?
find out who it is.
This is the
And we
seventh
finally
heaven
get to
dead.
Sloan, our Republican. I think that is the scene.
The seventh heaven dead.
That's him.
Yeah.
Only reason
He
I know is, oh,
also is
that is him. He's a good actor.
you know what he admitted to being like a pedophile.
No, I don't know. Cut the tape. Cut the
Got the tape.
tape. But Seventh Heaven.
He openly
I
admitted
saw him
it.
in something else. I've seen him in something
In
else.
he was in It's Always Sunny as well. Uh, that he openly admitted to
See,
like
he says I'm a Republican, and then you
yeah
can see the side eye that Bernstein gives him, like
yeah it
you're a
gives to him.
Republican.
Yeah.
But I think it's Seventh Heaven,
Oh
ABC Family. I would just see
the
the
lie
ads,
right there, the lie right there. The president knew nothing
yeah.
about it. He took like a deep like clench breath.
And he's doing the political hands also. He's like trying to
Yeah.
have a reserved response.
You have this room. Look at the room. It's like
But look at how tense
a colonial painting, and then you have the Union
the
soldier on
statue.
the
Yep.
stat. Yeah, like this guy is an
Pat
American. Yeah.
the father, the photo of his grandmother in the back.
Yeah, this guy's an
But
American. Like
feel his body
this guy's on the
tension.
he's on the verge of tears. Like he's so
No, but
scared.
look at how like where how he's sitting. The
Hmm.
body language of him is
Oh yeah.
completely
And
uncomfortable.
you never put them in the same frame. He's so uncomfortable.
That's true. You're right about that. Because there's two parts of the conversation, right? These two, and then them.
Hmm.
This is the best part
Yeah.
right here, is that they're playing good cop, bad cop, that
Good cop,
they're
bad cop,
leading him
yeah.
on like, oh, Coulson, this and that. They did this
Hmm.
before with the other woman.
Hmm.
And they're just playing a game to get him to talk and confirm facts, even though they didn't know it.
Yeah.
And so they're playing the game of journalism of like, we need a source to confirm this, but how do we get them to
Hmm.
confirm it without asking them outright to confirm it, right?
Yeah. Can you
Which is
yeah.
it sounds like
I
such
need you to
a
go on
weird thing to
record.
say.
Yeah.
It's a very chewy thing to say, but
Didn't like Woodward say he met with like Deep Throat how many times?
in
It
real
was a
life,
lot. It wasn't a lot.
yeah,
Like I feel like he was meeting with him like every other night.
I don't
Let's
remember.
see.
It's probably somewhere in
How
the
many
research, but it's been a minute.
times
It's been a year.
did Woodward did Woodward win the Masters? He didn't win the Masters. Whoever meet Deep Throat. Did you ever see that movie that Liam Neeson played the Deep Throat? Oh,
Are you
he
talking
only
about
met him.
Felt?
Yeah, he only met him 6 times. I was wrong.
Wait, I think he meets him about 6 times in the movie, doesn't he?
I think they only showed two or three, and then the
Yeah,
last one's where he's like, "You're being watched."
last one's fantastic.
Yeah.
Funny detail that
Well, this one says that he met
Ben
him,
Bradley has the New York
according
Times sitting
to
behind him.
Woodward's notes, he met him 7 times. According to his notes, but I guess it's really only six, maybe. I don't know.
And the crazy thing is, 90 minutes in the movie, we're still
But
and that
that's a
the
good
whole
journalist. That's a good journalist. He never mentioned who Deep Throat. They never said who it was
no.
until Felt said it on his deathbed.
See, when he yells right here about them going on record, it
Hmm.
never he's sitting, he's not moving his hands around, is not
Hmm.
very animated.
Yeah, he's not like where he didn't slam the desk. He just yelled.
It's frustration, but it's still reserved.
Hmm.
And that's what these movies need. This whole
Hmm.
culture was reserved, you know?
Hmm.
Insane framing. Insane framing.
Dude, I think I've watched this movie 5 times this year.
What's up?
I think I've watched this movie 5 times this year.
This is only my
I
first.
watched this. I watched this like a week ago.
Oh. Oh yeah, you did. You did. But the thing is, but see, that's the thing. It's the ride. It's the same reason I
I could
rewatched
put this
John
on
Wick
all the
or Mad
time.
Max.
Yeah, I could put this on all the time.
And it's the filmmaking, it really is.
I actually, my mom was visiting here early this year, and I asked her, I was like, "Have you seen All the President's Men?" She's like, I don't think I've ever seen it all the way through. I was like, "Well, guess what we're doing?"
Let's see. How'd you like it?
She loved it. She's like, "Oh, it was amazing. That was great." She was like locked in the whole time.
I got a question I'll ask you afterwards about that. You
Yeah,
know what I'm gonna ask you.
I know what you're gonna
You know
ask
what I'm
me.
gonna ask you. See, people, if you listening, me and Pat have a shorthand where it's like, you know, we know we already know what we
Yeah.
know. You know who has framing like this? Recent memory, Barry Jenkins, Celine Song,
Mm-hmm.
Lulu Wang with the farewell. Very
Hmm.
select. Maybe Luca Guadagnino with some of his movies. It's
Yeah.
very hard to find this level of framing in movies. Materialist is the only movie I've seen it this year with, where I'm
Hmm.
like, oh, I'm just like, this is too much. This is perfect.
I think what I also love about this movie is you never see the other people on the other side of the phone.
No
You
need.
only see you don't
But
yeah.
that's the thing.
But I
That's the
feel like
thing.
today you'd have the other side of the phone.
If you show the other, you're showing too much. You're
Yeah.
detracting
You don't
from
need it.
what's
You don't
important.
need it. You just
That's a
need because they
subjective
just need the
choice.
information. They just need the information. They just need it from you. I'm not going to them. I'm calling them.
Because if you show the other line, you're taking away from the journalist aspect of it.
Hmm.
We need to be receiving information. And it's like sometimes they have no choice. We have to go over there.
Hmm.
We got to go in person. But besides that, it's on the phone.
Hmm.
Nowadays it's emails. It's a lot of other stuff. This
So
framing
when's
right here is one of my favorite
dude?
frames
I'm gonna call
of
it now.
these two sitting.
I'm gonna put it into the universe. All the President's Men Criterion Collection, 4K. Putting it out there.
Can't wait.
You
Y'all
heard it
should
here
send it to
first.
us.
You heard it here
We need
first.
2 copies. No, 5 copies.
Yeah. Nah,
10 copies.
it'll be a Warner Brothers. At this point, it's already September. I assume it's coming next year. They got to
Yeah,
be working on it.
50 years.
50th, yeah, they got to be working on it.
But
Who knows?
look at
Maybe,
the
maybe Criterion has the other two. That's the only thing I'm saying. Criterion has the other two
yeah.
on that trilogy. They might pick it up. Oof, the White House again.
And that's the thing, they probably shot that on the same day as the other ones, right?
Dude, you have that cut, the insert cut in that
Yeah.
shot from the White
Yep,
House,
yep.
cut to that, and then he's going
Mm.
in there. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's why they have the other two in the Criterion Collection. That's why I'm
But see, that's the thing.
never know.
This is confident filmmaking where it's like
Hmm.
you'd made that cut, you're giving context. And it's like
Hmm.
these people today wouldn't do that. You have to write dialogue, you have to do
Here's
this,
your
you have to do
Cronkite.
that.
Here's your Cronkite.
Yep. When I saw him coming off the plane, I was reminded of the Post.
Hmm. Dude, old like news like this from like the 70s is like fascinating to watch how they put it together
Yeah.
compared to now.
Non-denial, denial.
Yeah.
And you know what's perfect? Is that the way that Robert is Robards is talking, Jason Robards, he's talking just off the cuff. It feels
Hmm.
so real. The
Hmm.
dialogue he's saying, it just feels real. It's like he didn't say something novel. He's
It's
just like,
natural. It's a
blah,
natural
blah, blah, blah,
conversation.
blah, blah. He's
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah.
It's a natural conversation.
And he said it so matter of factly, it just sounds natural. And that's what
Hmm.
great actors do without you realizing it.
Hmm. Went on the war. Seven Mitchell. Again, this guy's just another random actor.
Yep. And he's great.
Hmm.
And that's my favorite thing is that you need great actors who are just character actors.
Just coming for that
And
one
yeah,
scene.
sometimes those people get picked up for new movies, you know?
Yeah.
Bigger
Someone will notice
roles.
it and be like, oh, like I was good in that scene.
Like you're telling
I want to
me
be in
in
this scene.
Crimson
Yeah.
Tide, people knew who Viggo Mortensen
Speaking
was?
of,
They knew
Jason Robards
every
is in Crimson Tide.
who?
You didn't know this? You didn't know
At the
this?
end?
He's rear. Let me see. Let's look it up. Who does he
He
play?
he's in the end whenever Gene and Denzel's
He
characters go
plays Rear Admiral Anderson.
yeah. He's one of the people on the board at the end. Okay. Now I gotta watch out for that. Now I gotta rewatch Crimson Tide. Where's the 4K for Crimson Tide?
Also an enemy of the
The,
state.
like the lighting in that movie is impeccable. Same thing. Different type of lighting,
I
but
would
same
say
sort
he's
of
probably most known for what? I guess Magnolia, maybe.
this.
Even though,
All the President's Men. Has
I
to
mean,
be.
Pat Garrett Billy the Kid too. He's most known for being married to Lauren Bacall. Fun facts
Pretty
here first.
pretty good to be known for that.
Pretty good. She only married two
Pretty good.
men.
I love the tension here, where it just feels so real, even though they're sitting in a car and they're doing poor
Yeah,
man's with a
yeah,
projection.
yeah.
Like James Cameron probably should have done this in in Terminator 2. Segretti. Segretti, a weird character.
It's kind of wild too. We didn't even talk about how Watergate, that gate comes from Watergate. Any gate after that came from a hotel name.
Oh, yeah,
Deflategate,
Westgate.
Deflategate, yeah. It came from the Watergate Hotel that it's still
Yep,
there.
the
It's
Watergate
still
scandal.
there.
Yep,
Any scandal you add gate to.
and that's the thing. It's like this. I mean, the impact of this event is
Watergate Hotel,
seismic.
it's still there.
This is a
Let's
seismic
go stay
event.
in it. Let's go stay in it and look for the tapes.
We go,
Nixon
we do the
hid
episode
before
there.
he
Next
died. He
episode
actually
is in there.
hid the tapes in the Watergate Hotel.
National Treasure 3. Watergate.
Yeah, just trying to find
On the Watergate.
Watergate.
On the Watergate tapes, the unheard tapes, we find
Yeah.
aliens actually exist.
I went to the Nixon library because it's like 30 minutes from here.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna wander off. I'm looking for the tapes. Just gotta be here somewhere.
I think it's hilarious. Like these tapes, yeah, they matter. All this stuff matters, but it's like people really they still don't
Which is
talk
funny
about
that
this enough.
this paranoia trilogy that he made, what ultimately brought Nixon down was paranoia.
Yep.
That's it. He thought that everyone was after him. He wanted to
And
bug the
today
office.
we live in the ultimate paranoia
Yeah.
like era now. I don't think anybody's made the paranoia thriller of today yet.
Oh yeah, I feel like that and like journalism films are kind of like those political
But the
thrillers. Like
problem
they
is
don't
that's the
really.
problem.
Was the Ides of March the last one that
No, but the problem is that
Clooney was
if you
in?
yeah, which is good, which he directed also, but and Gary what is it? Ryan Gosling's is
Gosling's
that
in there.
Philip Seymour Hoffman's in it.
Evan Rachel
But
Wood's in there. I like that. That
yeah,
was like I feel like that's like I guess Spotlight you would say but
but
it's like a
that's the thing though.
journalism movie. But the Post.
What are we gonna make a journalism movie about that's set today? Is there one that's worth telling nowadays?
I don't know.
Because the problem is that they've put the respective journalism in the toilet.
Hmm.
And that's what they've done. I mean, I still have a heavy, heavy, heavy respect for this work across the world. We have journalists that are getting murdered in the Middle East from bombs that a certain country is throwing. It happened as recent as last week. It's still happening. These people are risking their lives to tell the stories, to share the atrocities in this world. And I see their work is important, but it's like I don't think there's an American journalism story worth telling anymore. Which is
It's all
sad.
fake news now. People would just say it's
Which
fake
we
news. This is a fake
and
movie.
we say fake news in the sense that they say it's fake news, even though it's
Yeah.
real, true,
Yeah. So just say
vetted
fake.
facts. Their response to that is just to say it's not real. We do not accept fact. We would rather live in ignorance. We would
All you have to do
rather
is
live in
it's fake.
opinions than facts.
Yeah. Oh, it's fake. Don't worry about it.
And to say that, fact is not fact. To say that if I drop this fidget spinner as if it's, that gravity's not going to work upon it.
Yeah.
That gravity is fake. Oh no, gravity is fake news. If you say that to me, it don't make no sense. It really doesn't. And that's what people are saying now. It's heartbreaking.
Like, bro, gravity's fake, man. How do you know?
Oh,
Trust me, bro. Source, trust me,
you know
bro.
the world's flat, right? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. That's why all the
what
water
do you,
would just fall off. There'd be no more water. It would just fall off.
like? Oh, you didn't watch Pirates of the Caribbean 3, where
Yeah.
the
The
world
water would just
literally at
literally
the
fall
end of
off.
the world.
There'd be no more ocean. It would just fall off.
You didn't see when Johnny Depp they went to go get him, and they were at the end of the world.
Yo,
You've
Pirates
never seen
Trilogy on the
that?
pod when?
Next summer.
Yeah, those are summer vibes.
I'm just throwing it to next summer, so I'm just
Yeah.
present enough.
Those are summer vibes.
Because genuinely, see, that's the thing. Gore Verbinski's trilogy is still like this level of filmmaking in a different way. It is maximalist
I
filmmaking.
feel like it's that last era of blockbuster filmmaking that they just don't make anymore.
Uh Michael Shannon was complaining that there's not enough days on movies anymore, so he's been doing these limited series essentially just because it's a longer time with the characters and the crew and everything else, so it feels like more of a memorable experience, whether the
As
product
opposed to
is good or
working
not.
like 35 days or 18 days on something. It's like you didn't really
Yeah.
talk to each other.
He also said, for anybody listening, if you want Michael Shannon in your
This is
work, if you
basically
write
this.
something about the about the environment and being pro environment, he will be in your movie if your script is good.
uh, This is the scene where he's basically just like,
And we finally see a bit of his
bro.
face,
Yeah, he's like,
even though he's
bro,
still in darkness.
like you need to watch yourself now.
That
Because
lighting is
Felt
insane.
was he was high up, wasn't he?
Yeah. So the way that they have Deep Throat lit now,
He's
you can see that
FBI.
he's tilted now a little bit towards the light
Nixon
compared to
appointed
before.
him, right? I think Nixon appointed him to be the FBI director, or like he was the
Deputy,
associate director of the. He was like
associate,
third in
okay.
command. He was the deputy director.
And it's crazy that everybody knew this was going on, and all they had to do was look. If they looked, they would have seen this was going on, but no one ever
Yeah.
thought to look because they thought, why would this happen? No one would be stupid enough to do this, but they were.
Hmm.
And nowadays, we live in an era where the president is almost autocratic and they do cover up what he's doing.
Yeah.
They enable this behavior rather than having a backbone as an American to be like, we are not going to stand for this nonsense. But there's an entire
Yeah.
political system that is backed up
That sound,
by, yeah,
that car turning on,
gunshot, gunshot.
that lighting right there on Redford, dude, the cutback, gone.
And then Redford kind of just in the shadow
Standing
himself.
on.
He's just like,
This scene's great because then he's like, fuck.
this is the only time we get to be paranoid in the movie. Like, genuinely
This is
paranoid.
it, yeah. This is when it's like, because you never see anyone.
But you see where the shot starts, right? With
Yeah,
like literally, he looks like he's a Lego in the frame. But then he works from that upwards, and we cut in,
that was my only thing
and we
in
get the music here. Yeah,
Dark Waters when he leaves that one deposition and it's like they're spying on him and you see the guy standing there. And obviously it's like he saw it, but it's like you don't need that. Like you watch this, you don't see anyone here, but the
and
paranoia of like they're watching you and you
we
need
hit
to
a cue
watch
here with the
yourself.
music.
Yeah. This is when you know it's fucking serious. Like, but that was the only thing. I love Dark Waters too. Another great. I guess
Yeah,
he's a
Todd
lawyer, but
Haynes.
it's not like really journalism because he's just trying to find
He's
information.
it's
But
it, and journalism is like I say, it's the
really
uncovering of
underrated.
facts.
Dude,
Like The
this
Insider's
style,
a
and then
journalism movie.
the quick zoom in right here
When
when he
he
turns
runs into the
around,
street,
when he turns around here.
only cinema can do this.
But then there's no. This is your paranoia. You're expecting him to turn around and there's FBI agents just standing there watching him, waiting for him to go home.
And they cut out all the sound,
Boom.
and you
And
just hear
zoom in.
him exhale. And he looks back, and there's nothing.
Nobody there. But you're terrified. Like to me, I just got chills. Like it's
Yeah,
terrifying.
goosebumps, literally
They're watching
goosebumps.
you. They're watching you. Here's your shot again.
Yep.
Monuments.
I know what
Him
this is actually. I
him
know
alone in the parking lot.
I just walked I walked a lot of National Mall whatever in March when I went.
Mm.
Like I said, I love the architecture there. I really do. And now this was one shot of, whipping around, having a Bernstein just walking through the newsroom, but it just builds up even better.
Hmm. Dude, my
Well,
allergies would be going insane in that newsroom with all that smoke. I'd be like, ugh.
I have to argue with people about, not vaping inside too. I'm like,
I
my
mean, smoking
excuse
looks
is literally,
cool.
I'm like, I
It's a
got
movie,
kids with
so I'll
asthma that
allow
come in here.
it.
I
It's a
just
movie, so
lie.
I'll allow it.
But you saw the way the camera moves back. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh.
You're
Oh
fucking
my.
speeding now.
But sad, see, you know what the thing is? It's like we're moving, we're running with this, and it just feels perfectly in sync with the tension of the movie
Hmm.
itself. He's like, she gives him this information. We're kind of slowly panning in the room. And then now we rush
Yeah.
all the way to Woodward.
And it
And
was just
look
a
at this.
it was just a
Look,
casual, oh, we had drinks. And that's when he told me.
no, but
What'd you
look at this. So
say?
everybody's framed separately. And then
Hmm.
on top of that, look at the cutting speed now. It's sped up real fast.
Hmm.
She's embarrassed. Never mind. I forgot. She has respect. She said for the jugular. And what am I
Hmm.
saying? You got this. I think one of my favorite things in America is the First Amendment. And this is the First Amendment right to me is that the right to the correct information.
Hmm.
It don't matter who's right or wrong.
It's covered under
I
it.
want,
Speech and press. It's covered under it.
but they would have us believe otherwise.
Yeah.
They
Oh
wanna
yeah,
argue for
sure.
guns, but they don't want to argue
They'll
for the fact
they'll
that
they'll they'll say they'll try and sue the paper for that,
libel.
you know.
This split diopter is insane. This is a split, isn't it?
Hmm. Yeah, if you look in, we're next to right to the right of Redford's head, where she
Yeah.
just stood up. It's a little blurry to her left.
Oh my god.
Is
Oh,
this it? Oh, never mind.
come on. Them
Yeah.
just running, and then look at this Z. Look at
Boom.
this Z
I got
axis
him
of
on.
it's going to the left. That we have Woodward, her, and then Bernstein.
Hmm.
The action, the action, man.
Hey, I got him on the phone over here. They
And
just
see,
drew it.
I believe in my bones that you like. It's like Whiplash was shot like an action movie, right?
Hmm.
You just need to write the injection of tension properly for your scenes. That's
Hmm.
all it is. And then you got to go run with it visually also. If you just cut from her, from like, being like, "Oh, I've got them on the phone," and then they just ran over in a different cut,
Yeah.
there's no excitement there. The fact you did
Nah.
it in one shot and then they come
Yeah.
there and then it's still playing, it's like that's what's exciting. Yet again, I love the shoes on the
Mm.
table. I would never do it, but look at those heels.
Yeah.
I
The
love
worn
worn
down
heels.
heels. Yeah.
Slow down, kid. You sound
Look in
frazzled.
the background, the calendar, the looming
72.
election. Elections
Yep.
next month.
See the way he said it, a wife and a family and a dog and a cat. It's
Mm.
so it's just so off. It's just like
Yeah.
you're
That's
playing the
why he
notes
repeated it.
perfectly.
Oh, a wife and a family, a dog and a cat. Okay, yeah. Oof, that black.
Yeah. That's the thing. The apartment in Clute. Sheesh. The
Yeah.
lighting in there.
I mean, look at that light. This is
I
a
think,
stage.
yeah. And yet again, this scene they shot the same time they shot that last scene.
Yeah.
But we never you never pick it up because they're sitting across the way, right? Where the other couple's sitting right now.
Yeah. Where the
But look all the way in
where
the
those
back,
couples
that
are.
blue. You're telling me that that was the
Hmm.
lighting that they had in McDonald's? No, you get what I mean, right?
Hmm.
People were complaining about the lighting in Black Bag. You're telling, bro, this is a
Yeah.
movie. Like, I put the lights in the
You think
back.
McDonald's got fucking heat lighting in the back? It's got fucking thief.
Nope. Which I was watching Thief. I was watching the 4K 50. I was like, oh,
Dude,
I better
I
make
told
this
you,
movie,
I
this
would go
money
to
worth it.
if a McDonald's looked like this, because through the '90s they still kind of looked like this, and
I
then they
wouldn't
really
know. I like,
changed their shit. But I
so
used to go to McDonald's. They used to have those
what age were
ground
you? Like
things.
6 or 7, Pat?
Six. I
Six,
was
seven, eight.
nine. It was '98 when I was 6 years old.
Okay, so you remember the 90s. I don't
Yeah, I was a
remember.
'90s. I was a '90s kid. Yeah, I
I
remember the
remember the
'90s.
late 90s, early 2000. I remember everything after 2000 plus. I remember because I was
Yeah,
4.
like
So I
'90s,
remember
early
all that.
2000s. Not like yeah, I was that kid. '90s, early 2000s. Just see their
Yet again,
shadows.
see, you see they use that dolly.
Yep. Instead of just cutting.
The problem is they think that editing creates your tension. You can
Yeah.
create tension within the shot already.
Here's my
And that's the
poster.
difference of
It's
philosophy when it comes
letterbox.
to filmmaking at times, right?
Here's your letterbox poster. One of the posters right here. That light. Oh,
And the you know what the funny thing is? He runs through where this light is sitting. We run through the
hmm.
other side so we don't see that light sitting in
Yeah.
there. And that's not anything we have to pick up, but it's like, that's the
hmm.
practicality of
And
also
you cut to
making
the
them.
boom. We have you now. Yeah, we have you now. I've no problems if you wrote a story like that. When it's there's your source. If
Yeah.
you write it, I'm not gonna say this is fake. By the way, nice congrats. Congrats on the sex. Oh, that guy is a good actor.
Yeah.
Sucks that he's a pedophile. Um,
We're not we're
whatever.
not
He
we're
admitted to
not
it. He admitted to it on
we're
record.
not laughing about this
I'm good.
situation. I'm laughing at the
Yeah.
way this man delivered the line.
Mm.
The lighting in both of their
I
apartments is
used to have to
impeccable.
watch the Seventh Heaven, like, and I fucking hated that show. I was like, this show's so ridiculous.
Why'd you have to watch it?
It was always on in the
Oh,
background. Like, I'm just like, dude,
oh.
this show is
It was
so
on ABC
ridiculous.
Family. I see the
Yeah.
ads for it. I'm like, what is this nonsense?
The most perfect family in the world. And then one of the girls like joins a gang and there's like nunchucks. Like what gang in this town has nunchucks and throwing stars? Gang paraphernalia. Uh, and that's enough about Seventh Heaven.
This is why you got to hit your marks. This is
hmm.
why this is the biggest
Spencer
you
Tracy, what he'd be doing? He'd be looking at the ground as he walks around so he knows the marks. But he
because
delivers his
because
dialogue and he's like, yeah,
because the
just looking down at the ground.
subjectivity of this shot
Yeah.
right here is on Jason. It's on Ben Bradley, and
hmm.
he's revolving around the room in these
Yeah.
conversations. But there's not a single you can't see a focus that's off when that
hmm.
in that whole revolving.
Yeah. For those that are not listening, or that are not are listening. Yeah, ever watch Spencer Tracy walk around? He's always looking at the ground. He's always looking to see where his mark is. And then he'll find it. Okay, now I'm coming up. I gotta look up now.
Yet again, the sound. We're here in
Mm,
the room before we hear them, and yet again,
there we go.
this he runs off. But
Oh, this
we're
is when he
talking about
does the
getting him on the
countdown. He's
phone.
like, I'm gonna count to 10. And if you don't speak, and he goes, good enough. Like so
But
good.
that's what the
The shot's
journalism
coming
was.
up. The shot's coming up when it pans down, goes all
Yeah,
the way across. It's coming up.
lock in.
You have the cut to Robards leaving, and he's like, I gotta get this right fucking now.
And they rush to him to the elevator.
Yeah, the elevator. He's like, print it. That's what he says. Yeah, he's like, all right, count to 10. Don't say anything. Just
If you told
count to
me
10.
two movies I want projected, one, Lawrence of Arabia, two, All the President's
All the
Men.
President's Men.
Because like everything else, I'm fine with. You know, I'll watch it whenever else.
Mm.
Blu-ray is good, 4K is good, but this,
That's why, I mean, I hope, I don't think they will, but I mean, even if it's just for one day, one night at 7 p.m., like All the President's Men next year, 50th anniversary. It was nominated for Best Picture of the Year. It won 4 Oscars.
yep. And that's the thing, it still holds up though. It
Hmm.
really does.
Look, it's been 2 hours. Flew. You got
Seamlessly,
everything okay?
effortlessly.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Here's your
Woodward!
shot. Here's your shot.
Woodward!
This is how you use your
Look at the
fucking set.
focus. Look at the focus.
Yeah. Comes in and
And
out of.
and when they come
There
in,
you go.
they slowly stop.
Yeah, there
And
you
then
go.
we run even
Going
further.
again. We're going again.
Oh,
What a shot. Oof. Into the lobby. Into the fucking lobby. They had to have removed all those walls in the back to get
yeah.
that.
That was that edit too to the paper
Hmm.
with the door closing. Who?
Cut to the White House again.
You know what I love about all the White House shots in this movie? They're all outside of the fence.
Hmm.
Every single one of them is outside of the
Yeah. Oh yeah.
fence.
You're never
We
you're
see
never
him
gonna be
go
inside.
inside, but it's like everything is like the camera is outside of the fence always in this movie because
Hmm.
there's a division between us and the White House in this movie because they're the villains and we don't know they're the villains yet.
Hmm.
What an insane frame. You got two of the actors from 12 Angry Men
Yeah. And
chasing robots.
robots.
This is legitimately the Avengers of like
This is
character
your
actors.
yeah. This is your actors from a different generation looking at the actors of a new generation at the time.
Bro. Actors used to look like actors. Now
Yeah.
they got
Now they're models.
now they're taking
Which is
out the
not
bugle
just
fat in
nothing
their
bad. I
face.
mean, these are good-looking people today, but yeah, you're not
Like
gonna get an actor that
like
looks
think
like
about the cast
Jason
of
Robards anymore.
but I'd argue the only argument that I've really loved recently was Uncut Gems. Julia Fox is playing a specific character in that movie, and she looks perfect for
Hmm.
that. The casting is fantastic. And every other character in that movie besides Kevin Garnett is like they look of that
Yeah.
world or that character so well. So I'm excited. That's why I'm excited for Smashing Machine, Marty Supreme. We'll see where they take it. I think Benny's gonna go with the more authentic casting for the smaller roles in his movie. We'll see what
Hmm.
happens. I'm excited for both of them. It's not like Ethan and Joel Coen. Joel Coen, Joel
Yeah.
Coen, Joel Coen.
I still haven't
I'll just
seen
go watch
Made
Buster
Up.
Scruggs or Inside
Yeah.
Llewyn Davis or something.
Buster Scruggs was their last film. Just
Yeah, I
saying.
know. I need to rewatch that. Llewyn
Yeah, I hope
Davis. I
they
need
I
to.
hope they come back to make one last one
Oh, brother,
together.
where art thou? They're both in their 70s now, which baffles me
They're
sometimes.
old, yeah.
But even Deakins is
Because
old. But
Frances is in her 70s now, I think too. She's married to Joel.
I can't even. She. I mean, they look young.
It's the same shot you're using.
Yeah. And that's the thing. We get
No.
into the third act and we still hit them with a twist that
Mm,
in real life they got it wrong,
yeah,
right? That they focused the gun, they put out the snipers for the shooter,
on the wrong
they
person.
shot and they missed. They grazed them. They didn't get the shot.
Mm. Which is can be a fireable offense. Like if you print the
Yeah,
wrong thing, they could fire you.
and they can sue you.
Yeah, being set up by Richard Nixon, that tricky dick.
It's crazy this movie's PG, bro. F you, F. I was like, bro,
And Joss is PG.
Yeah.
There's no PG-13 then.
Yeah, yeah. PG still PG today. They didn't
Yeah.
change it. Today would be an R, and they want to make their money.
Oh, this would be R. Yeah, Jaws would be R. Yeah.
And it's like I'd show this to my kids.
Oh yeah. Sure.
Look at this.
Oof.
Look at DC,
Out
man.
wide.
As much as it is about a setting, it's also about your blocking, your camera choice.
Mm.
I was telling you about Jeremiah Battle. He's a younger guy, real smart, and he was talking about how it's like you need to be taking photos more if you really want to work on your visual language too as a filmmaker. Because that's where you're learning your framing there also, you know?
Mm-hmm.
We stand by our story. What
Fuck it,
fuck
let's
it, let's
stand by
stand by the
the
boys. Let's stand by the boys.
boys.
And see, that's what I mean. He says it so matter of factly. There's no like, let's stand by the boys, stand by the
Yeah.
it doesn't it's not it's there's no dancing
Just
here.
fuck it. Yeah.
It's just a straight delivery. It
Mm.
sounds fantastic. This feels like I'm hating on Mark Ruffalo and Spotlight so hard right now.
Yeah.
No hate
Oh,
to him. He's great in that
the
movie.
shot when he runs out right here, runs
They put
down.
that
Oh,
light, that
a light
light,
down
he put
there.
one light.
Yeah. Look at that.
Gordon was like, I got you. We're not wasting time here. That's the one light we
Yeah.
need. They had two lights, probably one behind the camera and that one
Mm.
light down there.
Yeah. Just that one light at the end. You just block it by the tree. That's all I need. Just looks like a light on the street.
And yet again, we hit the music here, right?
Mm. He's being watched.
This is this is one of those movies. I think 12 Angry Men. This I would show if I had a class of any sort. I'd show this.
Mm.
I show 12 Angry Men,
Mm.
Mad Max Fury Road.
Is out of nowhere.
But like these are my pillars of like, filmmaking to me. Heat.
Yeah.
If I could really, justify Heat
You have to have a long class for that.
or The Insider if it's really,
When I
bro,
did
I was so
when I was in
angry.
film school, I had classes that were like 4 hours long because you'd watch like two movies in them. It
I
was
was
one
in
day a week.
Yeah. I was incredibly angry that a teacher turned on the right stuff. Because I'm like, this is 3.5 hours. We're never gonna finish this because it's the end of the
Yeah.
semester. I was like, you're not giving the right environment to watch one of the best movies. Like Phil Kaufman
Mm,
made a masterpiece with that movie. And no, we don't talk about the right stuff enough, I think, in my
yeah.
opinion.
Armageddon took a lot from the right stuff. Literally like, the same shots at the time. Oh, that fucking light. This is when he's like, it's up that tricky dick. It's going all the way up to him.
Yeah.
All right, we're cranking Frost Nixon out of this.
I remember when we were playing the trivia and Frost
Oh
Nixon
yeah,
came
no one
up.
got it. No one. I think I
Oh,
got
I
the
got
point
it.
on that.
I got it, but I didn't. I was like, I was chilling on it.
Oh
I was
yeah, I
just
gotta do
like,
trivia night again. I gotta remember what movies I didn't. I guess I could do the same movies. I don't even remember.
I mean,
But
you'll
I don't
find
remember what
different
movies.
movies.
I don't. Yeah, I don't remember what movies I did. Um, yeah. Tell your chicken shit. I'm saying
But
that when the
look at his
president does
eyes.
it, that means it is not illegal.
But look at his eyes. You see that single frame of light,
Yeah.
like that single source light in his eyes.
Mm.
The DP for Better Call Saul, he was giving out his tricks as to how he does it with his lights, and it was actually pretty great setup.
This is when he's just like, bro, it goes to the top.
I like how they make him even more like restrained, like Deep Throat's visual,
Mm.
because it's like
Because
they want you to
this is the
listen to who.
information. This is
Yeah,
the
this is the
information
part
that
that
he's been
matters.
holding on to,
Yeah,
as in like, this goes to the fucking top, dude.
and
Like,
that everybody's involved.
and that's basically
FBI,
like the top.
CIA, Justice.
Yeah, and the FBI, like he's basically being like the top is in like it goes to the fucking president, man. Yeah, the entire
And the
United
crazy
States
thing
government.
is that this sort of thing is kind of already happening again. and we
Mm,
don't even have the information to know about it.
yeah.
These things are happening as we speak,
And
and they
Redford's
aren't telling
face
about
was
it.
fucking good shit. Just the mouth, like holy shit.
I would
There
hope
you
that
go.
we would get this information if it happened today. But I feel like we are getting it
Mhm.
and people aren't listening.
Yeah.
This right here is the classic, paranoia thing.
Yeah.
They use this in freaking Captain America too.
Hmm.
I wonder who's in that movie. Redford's actually
Oh
great
yeah.
in that.
The guy on the screen.
This is the most hunky he's looked the whole movie. With like
Mm.
with the little chain on
And
and
Shane,
everything.
yeah. His last like lead performance he was great in is the old man and the gun. Some good
Yep,
stuff.
David Lowery's movie. I still remember when he was making that. I was like, David Lowery is making a movie with
Mm.
Redford. I was like, let's go.
Shot on film too, I think.
Yep, yep. Bro, I still have. I know because I have screenshots from like David Lowery Instagram story of
Yeah.
just of uh of Robert Redford just like doing the clapper for him for his like car
Mm.
scenes like himself.
He made a cameo in because he like produces this one AMC show. I forget what it's like Dark Wind, I think.
Dark
It's
Winds,
about like
yes.
a yeah, he produces it. He was in one scene of the opening season 3. He's like one of the guys in
Oh
prison.
crap!
He's like playing cards. And I was like, is that Robert Redford? He just like has like one line.
I gotta watch Dark Winds. I've heard that's
Yeah.
like right up
It's
my
a good
alley. It's
show.
just I
It
just
kind of
haven't
deals with like
started,
paranormal stuff too. Like it's kind of
but it's
like
like
just
it's
shit going
based
on in
within like a Native
70s.
American.
Yeah. It's like 70s New
Yeah,
Mexico. Like yeah, it's
okay.
good shit.
And they're on like season 3 or 4 now, if I remember correctly. I keep
Yeah,
track.
or like season 4 is coming out. It's definitely not as good as he was in the first season, but it's still pretty solid. Kind of an underrated show.
That's a split diopter right there between
Hmm.
Dustin and
Here's your
Redford.
spotlight took the scene immediately.
Yeah.
I need you to write down everyone that was part of the thing.
And see, the thing is, there's 6 minutes left in this movie with
Mm,
credits, and we find out, you know, not even in the third act, we find out in the last 15 minutes of this movie what the actual story is of the movie. And it's such a risky thing to do, but the thing is that the rest of the story is the news. It's literally that
mhm.
Watergate is real, right?
Yeah.
This dialogue right here. Most people haven't even like half the country doesn't hasn't heard
Well,
about
the name
Watergate. They don't
worry.
care.
They don't give a shit. Yeah. Which is, I think, is the point of this. It's like, that's why we have to do this. Because, like, if you
And
just
that's
be like, whatever, if you just drop it,
and this is him
it would
giving
just
his
be a
coach
thing.
speech.
It'll be a thing 30 years from now, and people would be like, well, Nixon actually tried to bug and they almost were on it, but it never really went anywhere.
No, and these guys are doing that. He's telling him, he's like, you
Yeah.
need to like, we're under, I'm talking about the
You have to
press.
do
We're talking about
this. Yeah.
the freedom of the
But it's like,
country.
that's the point too. It's like this country was set up as in you're allowed to critique what you're living in. You're allowed to. I mean, it was
And
set up.
and
You
like
can
I
only do
said,
that. You can only do
we
that if you're
need this
white. If
information.
you were a white man that had land.
Yeah.
But in essence, it was, hey, you're allowed to critique the government without them coming after you. And I feel like, especially today, it's turned into you can't do that. And if you
Nope.
do, we
They
will
will
come
come after
after
you.
you.
You'll be villainized. And see, the problem is that these people, they want to act like they're nationalistic and they're proud of this country. You're not proud of this country
No.
because you don't live the way this country needs to live. You
Hmm.
need to live with the information being out there for people to take freely rather than being given opinions about it first. And this right here is them putting in the work, trying to share this information, right? They're typing up the report that is going to send this man literally who's getting
The
reinaugurated.
only president to ever resign because of this, because of the offer.
And
Only
what are they
president to ever
using?
resign.
They're using the best weapon possible. We hear it all the time. The pen is mightier than the sword. This
Hmm.
is the best use of that. This is the biggest respect, the biggest like if you talk about an American movie in my opinion, it's not a war movie. It's this right here.
Yeah.
Like I believe in America because
Yeah.
of this. This is our standard. And we don't live to this standard anymore. And
No.
who's to blame? the people who all the people who believe in the system to say that, that it's one side or another side and you believe whatever nonsense is going on, y'all are playing to these people. We don't need to
Shot.
be playing to this.
What a
They want to
shot.
distract us. The TV is distracting us from the
Hmm.
actual story that's going on.
So
The
why do you think
actual story.
after this it cuts from the TV to them? It goes, boom, and then you get the inserts, which is how you end the movie. You insert the end of the movie with everything that happens afterwards
And
of
it's
their
insane.
fallout from what they just did. And then
Yeah.
finally, to Nixon resigns, Ford takes over, end film, which was a year after he was inaugurated. It was
Yep.
1975 is when, or
And they kept
yeah,
printing,
74.
kept
No, wait.
reporting.
Yeah, it was 76 when he resigned, wasn't it? No, 75. No, 72. Okay. So it was 74 when he resigned, I think.
Yeah.
I thought the election, the 74
Because
election or 72 election.
there's some timing of when the book came out and when they reported it, when he resigned, and then when the movie
Yeah,
came
here you
out.
go. Like you're
There's a
just
bunch of
jumping
dates for them.
months. Yeah, months, months, months. Now you're in 74. Now they're pleading
This
guilty.
this is one of the craziest inserts.
Yeah.
Like usually
This
when
is
we
how
get
you
this
end a
information,
movie.
they just kind of fade in the the text and they
This is
show
when
it.
you see the text on the screen. Yeah.
At the end of Social Network, they play these little girls like
Yeah.
harmonizing or something.
Yeah.
No, we're listening to the music that we started
Like they
with,
play the Beatles
which
at the
is
end.
which is
What's good
literally
enough.
whatever, the music of the gun going off, which is
Hmm.
the typewriter.
Here you go. Hold him in, or like awfully guilty, guilty on all counts. Massive cover
Man,
up. Tape show Nixon knew. Cover up. President says he won't
he won't resign.
resign. Here you go. But then you show. Then they type the date out though. August 9th, 1984. Nixon resigns. Gerald Ford to become president, 38th president at noon. End film. Masterpiece.
I'm proud to be an American.
Yeah, proud to
Literally, this is
be. End
like
film.
journalism movies, man, the best of the best.